Hello, guys. We are back. 2026 just started. It's our first day back. And of course, what a wonderful way to kickstart things off than the African Pro Series, the T1 event of the African Championship Circuit. And I'm here joined by the beautiful Kijo. How are we feeling to be back for 2026?
I am extremely excited. First of all, we are starting off the year with a bang, and this is not the first time we're going to be seeing this competition, but hopefully it kickstarts the comp scene for 2026, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, guys. Again, don't forget, this is the African Championship Circle brought to you by ASG, Call of Duty Mobile. And we currently are at the qualifier stage. Teams are fighting for a couple slots to be among the 8 teams that make it there to the African Pro Series T1 event. And these are all the teams right now that are confirmed. This is a lot of teams. And I see a couple of very popular names there. Nonagon, ASG, a couple names with a lot of flags, Kijo, all these teams, what do you think is going to be making it to that grand stage?
Well, judging from the fact that we have like over 40 teams in this one picture alone, I can only favor the teams that we've seen, show up so often. You mentioned N9, we have Mashhad Gaming, we have Paradox, and all these teams are here to prove themselves, prove their name in the competition, and maybe someone's going to give them a run for their money. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that's one thing. I see much of the gaming. I'm gonna assume that's the Ace Gamer squad. I'm gonna assume that, but I look forward to seeing what they have to go offer. Serious Seven as well as that. ICN is here. PDX, my main comment guys. PDX of course the monsters. They are here as well. I don't really see a particular team that I thought I was going to go and see, but I'm going to leave that to later on. But again, this is the Group A for the qualifiers. Actually, there's a Group B, so this is not even, mind you guys, this is not even the only only teams. That was about 40 plus teams, and then Group B as well has about 18, I think. Come on, guys, that's a lot of teams. And we see Cyclone Gaming here, ASG here as well, NATO Gaming here, Eclipse Gaming. So many teams in Group B, and they are all battling it out for a chance to qualify for the African Pro Series and that T1 event. Just a $1,500 prize for Kijo. That is a lot of money, Kijo.
There's definitely a lot of money on the line, and these teams, some of them have a reputation that they're trying to uphold. And we see also NATO Gaming making a comeback, so we're definitely going to keep an eye out for them in Group B tomorrow. But yeah, a lot of these teams fighting for that money. Hopefully, they can give us some, but we can only hope.
We can only hope. Yeah, I want a little share of that money. Hopefully, that guys, do they have cost and share in that money? They should have cost and share. Hopefully, but we are looking forward to seeing what these guys are going to go and offer. This is day one of the qualifiers, and I can see the YT chat. A lot of you. We are live on the ASG TikTok, the ASG YT as well. And I think we should be live on the car TikTok. I have no idea. But how are you guys doing wherever you're watching this? Do say hello, do say hi, and let me know what you guys think about these teams that are in the qualifiers. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to qualify for the African Pro Series? Remember, only 8 teams are going to make it there out of this 10,000, whatever. I'm seeing so many names, and only 8 of them are going to be qualifying for the main event. Well, yeah, we kickstart things off in our very first map B-roll of 2026 in the Call of Duty Mobile in Africa, and it's going to be on Summit, hard winds, and I don't know who and who's playing yet. We are about to find out, Kijo.
I can see that production is keeping us in suspense. Fixtures were released last night, if not earlier today, but we have no idea who we are going to be casting for tonight. Hopefully, they bring their A game and Hardpoint on Summit. This is definitely not one of my favorite maps to be playing, so I'm glad I'm on this side of the game. But how do we feel about this map? What do we think?
I mean, quite one of those popular maps. There's a lot of SMG action here, shotgun action too, maybe. It's a close range map. You have to make sure you win those gunfights close range. And the one money here that I think everybody forgets to get the best one for is that P3. Eventually, you need to make sure you have P3 in your bro. I can't stress that enough. If you don't go to P3, you're probably going to lose a full 60 there. You need to get there first and make sure you're locking that spot down. You might as well lock the hard point down for a full 60. So it's going to be one thing echo for these two teams, whatever they are, because me and Kijo, we still have no idea who are casting this first game for. But again, I'm looking forward to seeing that P1 open, computers open, heavens. It's all going to come down to who wants it more and who kickstart things off here in a very good fashion. But Hardpoint Summit, Kijo. Hardpoint Summit.
As Black Manta likes to say, this is a very tight and chaotic map, and we get straight into that. We got Seal Team versus Reborn for our first match of the night. Seal Team on the blue side, Reborn on yellow, and we can see they're already making that play for P1, trying to set up for spawns here. A very chaotic start to the game indeed. SMGs in hand, we've got USSs, we've got VMPs. People are making the most of this really, really tight map.
Yep, how to start things off. Well, Reboot are going to get a hard point time first, though. 11 and counting for them. And look at the map right now. They have 3 players down on the hard point, 2 players up there, giving players at B. And if you're a SEAL team, well, I don't think this is the start you quite envision coming into this P1, as they've not been able to get a single hard point time. Contest now comes to Toronto, finds a kill there. Now that's going to be Clover getting a double, as now they want to go and clear out that hill. Players still fighting for Reborn, 19 and 2, as we see SEAL team finally get a little bit of that hard point time, as we now need to make our way towards that P2.
P2 indeed, and if I was not mistaken, Toronto was holding a peacekeeper in hand. An interesting gun choice here. We have some Chinese name with a shotgun running
Ooh.
around the map as we set up for P2. SEAL team tried to make it there early, but they're picking up scraps here as Berlin goes down as well from SEAL team. Reborn currently holding the lead, but a small lead indeed, not even 10 points ahead. Toronto dropping as well to that shotgun. This guy's a maniac.
I mean, again, the Peacekeeper were very interesting choice, like you did say. But 30 and 13, the lead still fairly locked in for Reborn, as they are going to have it on their hold. Man, top control. I don't know what that was. Lost the gunfight though. And now FPS trying to take it for themselves. Real team are still there, and they are going to hold it down. 37 on the clock. Look at that mini map. You need to get that P3 spawn first. A shotgun player in comes. I haven't seen that in a very long time, but am I glad the answer is an absolute stunning yes. As now we see P3 again. Seal team look like they are going to have the better spawn. They are losing out on P2, but if you have the P3, it might reward you. You need to get a full 60 there to make the game a little bit, probably on your side. And now Penton tries to go in there fast. He's going to get put down, and now look at that spawn flipped out. Reborn are going to get it locked in. Equalizer comes through as well for the last 10 seconds of this P2, but mind you, they have the better spawn for P3, and they look like they have the better spots as well for P3. Equalizer goes maniac, claims a 3, and 60-20 is your scoreline as we open up the next hill.
40-second lead, and Reborn have already set up here for P3. As we heard Coach Cal mention in the beginning, this is an important money hill. You have to get your spawns here, and now Organ holding it down with the claw in hand manages to find one, and he's holding SEAL team off. They can't get anywhere near the point, makes that a double, and he's still going. Reborn now on 72, and SEAL team still on 20. They're struggling making their way into the point, throwing smokes, but they're not going to make it past that claw that Organ is holding in point.
But you saw how they started very slow, a bit shaky as well, and it's just lived out to the late game as well now, because Berlin goes from behind. He's going to get put down there as Reborn are winning every gunfight when it matters the most, and look at them still finding kills. 13 for the man here. The Chinese characters XM4 in play, finds a kill. You don't get the flank through that corner. It doesn't happen. The kill for it is going to be all yellow all the way through, but now look at that mini map. Who's going to get P4 first? Still team. They're going to send a full 5-man, full that next hill. Brad picks at 1. That's going to be re-origin, and now if you're a SEAL team and you come and see snowball, almost gets it. Nope, yes, he does now. Finds it. And now they need to make their way towards the hard point time. Venus finds kill foul. Make that a double. Clears down that hill for them. The boys in blue are going to have the better spawn, but how long can they hold it down? Berlin still there. Finds a kill. And now they are going to get flipped out. Reborn or back in like they never left. They were it bad. That was a very bad rotation from them, because they were all the way back in P2 when P4 started. But finally, they still found a way to go and make it theirs. And now the hard point time counted in their favor, as they are now firmly above the 100-point mark.
Firmly above the 100-point mark. Indeed, the kill feed was looking a bit blue there for a second as SEAL team were getting the kills but not managing to get into the hard point. They're struggling to hold on P4 now, but Toronto pushing in with his death machine, hoping to clear it out. He can't find that one person hiding in a corner, manages to clear it out and hold down the point for SEAL team as they reach 30, but Reborn closing in on 120. Berlin now trying to hold on top, but his teammates trying to back him up. They don't see the one player from Reborn in point with the deadly shotgun in hand, manage to clear him out, and SEAL team are getting scrap points on P4 as we rotate back to P1.
38 and 119. I mean, eventually they start to get a little bit hard point in time. Now, scrap time done. You have to go back to P1 because you're going to get there first. Look at that mini map. Both sets of players are going to make their way in there. It's all going to come down to who wants it more. But I mean, to be fair, right now, Reborn look like they want the hard point time more, the hard point map itself more. And now we look at P1 starts to count in their favor. Toronto now from Snowpath finds a kill. Might get a double. The answer is going to be a choke as he falls. But a trade comes through and he claims a double. Pending falls. The back and forth are going to be there. But now Seal Team are now going to break that hard point. Now Top Computers, Reorigin, claw in hand, finds a kill, going for another one, but the backstab finds him and puts him down finally and seals him above that 50-point mark. If you're Reborn, you've got the lead locked in, but now Seal Team are starting to get a little bit of momentum, and you don't want to let that happen. Now Death Machine comes out, might get a pray and spray, finds a very fast kill, make that a double maybe, and it's going to be a yes there to make that 3 yes, he does confirm it, and so far P1 still on lockdown. The operator skills are going to come fire blazing as we eventually start going P2, but Reborn are absolutely Reborn as they start to find their way again.
Reaching that 150-point mark and leaving SEAL Team completely in the dust. We can see that Reborn are making extreme use of their operator skills, and they do not want SEAL Team anywhere near that OBJ. We're going on to P2 side now. Junior Miney trying to break into that point, but the deadly shotgun coming in from above. Now with the Sparrow takes down one, still in hand. He's trying to find the second, but his teammates come to back him up, and he manages to assist. Picks up a VMP now. Interesting switch over there as Flex takes down two players from SEAL Team with the Predator missile, VMP in hand as well. And Reborn just want to get this HP over and done with. They do not want to waste any time.
They have no time to waste whatsoever. They are having fun, aren't they now? It's 174 and 55 so far. Scoreboard not anywhere close. Reborn are dominating the gun skill department. It's all theirs. They might not be rotating first, but it doesn't really matter because if they get there, they are going to full sweep the team that isn't there out. So eventually now, if you're a SEAL team, you have to find a way to counter the gun skills, and it's not looking good for you now. You need to go to P3. Look at that mini map. Who's going to get there first? Last time we saw SEAL team get there. Reborn pushed them out, and this time it looks like it's going to be the same thing again. Look at that map. Player number 3 already there for SEAL Team. Can he hold it down while he waits for reinforcements? The answer is going to be an absolute no. As Reborn get in there, they're going to force that spawn flip. But Miney's close by. Maybe he can win the gunfight here. The answer is going to be no. The pointing gloves don't work. Toronto falls. Venus puts him down. And SEAL Team somehow are going to get that spawn though. Chinese guy claims a double. And SEAL Team have the better spawn. But can they hold it down? A full 60 there might start to make that comeback look likely. But I think I spoke too soon. As Reborn are going to flood the helps, clear everybody out, even though they don't have spawns.
Yeah, SEAL Team coming in from the back over here, but Reborn struggling to hold it down. Organ there with a 3P of 4Ps with his switchblade in hand. Junior Miney still trying to break into point, but Venus holding them off. Organ now with the claw in hand. He does not want SEAL Team to get into that point, but doesn't seem like his teammates are in the point either as he gets taken out from the back in P3, almost completely lost over here. Reborn sitting comfortably over 200 points. SEAL Team on 66 in counting, and they have yet to reach the 100-point mark. So maybe Reborn are trying to end it on P4 before we can rotate it again.
Yeah, that would be very fantastic. I mean, if I was them, trying to end things off now, you don't want to keep things dragged out. It's now Venus Annihilator through snow. He claims a double. Third man comes and he's going to get put down there as well. And now finally, hard point time racking up. Arnie's still there. Might make it 4. And yes, he does. Make that 5. Oh my God, he absolutely does. Perfect oppressed. He'll use H dash. Sparrow comes to play. Might get one more. The answer might be yes. I think I jinxed it there. But 220 and counting. 31 points to close things off. Toronto now able to get that spawn. Can he flip it out? Finds a kill. Comes from behind. Hopefully this can be what they so badly need. Finds a double. Brett puts him down. For Reborn, they're going to get kicked out. SEAL Team find their way in. 27 on the clock for that hill. They've got to be flawless. Hold it down. But the boys in yellow are going to float it through. And now they break that hill. Reborn 230 and 20 more on the clock to close things off. SEAL Team, find a way to fire back. Fire back, please.
They did not manage to end things on that point like we planned. It seems like no one's listening to us tonight. Last 10 seconds here needed for Reborn. SEAL Team fighting for that comeback. 90 score on the board for them as they fight for those last few seconds in scrap. We're going to rotate back to P1. The score is 242 to 93. And maybe this is a turning point here for SEAL Team. As we can see, they're not going down without a fight. They're the first one to step into P1, but Venus trying to hold them off. He manages to get one out of point, but now no one claiming the OBJ OBJ until it's contested the shotgun back into point now, taking down pending. We have them coming in from top control as well as the last few seconds go to Reborn, and they claim the first victory of the night.
First victory of the year, actually. Yeah, literally, this is the first comms victory now for 2026 on the COD. I'm seeing no doubt in Africa, and it's going to be Reborn. Fantastic name, fantastic org, as they claim things. Very, very solid here on the 100 for SEAL team. Not really the best half of their own here in the comms, you know. Somebody has to die, somebody has to lose, but ultimately the Reborn wanted a lot more and they claimed the victory here on Summit Hardpoint. But again, it is a BO3, so it's not over until it actually is over. You have 2 more hours to claim redemption here for still team. S&D and Control might be where you finally get that heads up. But Hardpoint, just not your map, not your mode, as Reborn are going to absolutely walk through and walk over them. Well, Hardpoint and Don, we're going into S&D while we look at that highlight screen, Joe.
Absolutely. And now that we finally know who we're casting for this first game, Seal Team and Reborn. I haven't heard of either of these teams before in competition, but it's probably old players, new IGNs, new team name. You know, we never know. They could just be hiding in plain sight. But Reborn definitely showed up, showed out, and as we can see now from the scoreboard as well, almost a 50 bomb there from Reflex, who was carrying his teammates, and almost every player from Reborn above the 1 minute mark in OBJ, with Organ with almost 2 minutes in the points.
I mean, a lot of hardpoint time. That's the one thing. If you're playing hardpoint, you have to commit to the hardpoint time, and they have players doing that. 4 players all doing exactly that for them. Even Venice swore almost at 1 minute mark. So literally everybody's playing the OBJ at the same time. They're getting kills. They're doing the work. They were dating the same thing. I think that the skill level when it came to the gunfight department here, when it came to how they push together every single time, Reborn just looked like they had more of a synergy, a chemistry among themselves. Because if you're a SEAL team, you fought hard. You know, you 3 punches, but you actually rotated first a lot of the time, but the gunfight skills are just not there because they absolutely kept getting outgunned, and that was the major problem for them going into hardpoint showing. But again, S&D is a whole different game mode, so hopefully S&D is where they can actually find a little more strategy to go and work with, and try to get things back on par. But if you're Reborn, you started things perfectly, you started things so well, and I mean, all you can now do is close it off with S&D and make it 2-0. But on the other hand, if you're SEAL team, you have to get 2 back-to-back maps here, force a reverse sweep. Hopefully that can be something that works out for you guys.
That is going to be an incredible way to start off the first game of the tournament, the first game of the year. That if they do manage to pull a reverse sweep, I mean, I'll personally be happy. We get to see Control, hopefully. But yeah, it'll be a really good comeback for them, maybe sort of humble Reborn very early in the competition.
Yeah, I mean, we like upsets. I think that's one thing I personally. I love violence. I don't like to be in the violence, but I love to cast the violence. It's one thing. Come on, guys, come on. Everybody likes to watch it, So I'm just hoping there's a throwback punch here for Steel Team in the map 2. Hopefully they can force the map 3. Take us all the way to the extreme end. But if you're Reborn, my God, the hardpoint was clean. You started things so well. You finished things off well. And look at the beautiful map B-roll. We are going to Tunisia, Search and Destroy, guys. This is one of those maps where it's a sniper haven. There's a lot of wall banging was brought here. And if you're SEAL team, you have to have done your assignment or you are going to absolutely get humbled by Reborn again. Let's go, teacher.
Well, we see definitely a change in guns over here from the players. Our shotgun user now with the SKS in hand as he goes down as first blood. Toronto taking him out with the Odin that he was very proudly using in the hardpoint match indeed. Round 1, and we see that Steel Team are going to be defending, Reborn are planting, and it doesn't seem that they have quite a bit of a strategy in play, but Steel Team dropping already 2 members.
What?
That woman was absolutely
You saw that. You saw that as well. I'm like, what was that? He had a shot on the player for like 3 seconds there, and he said, no, I don't want to shoot. I don't like violence. I want peace. And unfortunately, this is not the map for peace here. As Reborn, well, they do have numbers tied up 2v2. Tokyo almost making the same mistake there, but he doesn't fall. Toronto now falls the 1v2, and if for Tokyo, the last man standing, there's nightmare words. Can he make it work though? In a very tight squall, Odin sees him. There's not from the kill. There's a very good. Oh my God, the cross mapping with the AR, the nasty 2-tap AR, and she's gonna claim that kill. And look at this again, like what happened there, Berlin? What are you gonna tell your kids? How did you miss that shot?
They played a little peekaboo with him there, but Reborn starting off strong, gaining the first round here in S&D, and they are still attacking for the next 5 more rounds. You can see them pushing through mid here now. I think, guys, this is not a ranked match, so we need some type of plan. SKS pushing through onto B side, sees one player from Steel Team, does not take him down, but Denver dropping 2 from Reborn as revenge before he gets taken down as well. We're already in a 4v2 here, and they're trying to make it a 4v1. It seems like Steel Team are holding it down pretty well.
They are. They also actually, Oh my God, Tokyo! The wall bang, and that was clean. That's one more player. Venice alone in a 1v2. Got to make it work! Pistol finds the kill, confirms it. 1v1. So the player there. The bomb has not been planted. A lot of time on the clock. Also, mind you, not picked up for Venice. He's got to find a way now. But if you're Tokyo, you saw your teammate died, and he's going towards the angle there. Venice watching every angle possible as well to make sure he doesn't get, kind of stabbed. But I think they're going to go opposite sides now because Venice going towards that bomb. I don't think Tokyo has any idea where the bomb was put down. So he has no idea that this is exactly what Reborn needs to do now. Venice has to go pick up that bomb, get a plant, and 44 on that clock. And there's no contest whatsoever on the bomb side at B. But now we started seeing a return. Tokyo about to get a reroute here. Hopefully can catch him off guard here, Kijo.
I mean, more than 30 seconds left on the clock. Bomb was just picked up, and it seems that these two are chasing each other like long lost lovers all the way across the map. Sniper in hand, Odin in the other. I mean, we don't really know who's going to be victorious here, but it seems like Venus is going for a sneaky little B plant there. Tokyo did not expect that at all, and he's finally going to have to switch directions all the way back to where he was holding for the last 20 seconds of the game. But Venus now knows that he has a sniper in hand and try and hold him off with a bit of a range. Odin is a 2-tap, snipers on 1-tap, but it seems that Tokyo picked up a switchblade. Ooh, I'm not sure if that's going to be the best idea. He's on the bomb side now, not sure if Venus can hear him, and we're still playing Ring Ring Rosie, Chad. I don't think these guys have made eye contact yet.
I don't think they have, but now Venice, Tokyo jumps it down. I think Venice heard the footsteps going there. He's gonna get a climb, and now they dance. They spy each other now. Who's gonna find the kill first? Pistol in hand against the sniper. Why would you pull out the sniper in that range, Tokyo? And she's gonna get put down. Reborn are going to get 2 back-to-back rounds. And I wanna, this replay with Tokyo there. That was a nasty wall bang. He saw the man. He fought. That was nasty tracing. Confirmed the kill. And now 2-0. If you're a SEAL team, you're on the back foot again. You lost hard point. You cannot really let them lose S&D, unfortunately. But well, it looks like that's exactly what we are headed to right now. 2-0. SEAL team has to find a way back in.
Round 3 we are heading off into right now, and it seems that Reborn did not come to play, even though it's a game. Venus carrying the team strong with 7 kills here already, and we're only in round 3 starting off. Berlin taking the first shot here, taking down the Chinese guy with the SKS in hand. He has not had a break since S&D has started. Reborn are still on the attacking side, bomb still in hand, already 4v3 here as Denver drops to Venus, increasing his kill count once again. Bomb seems to be going down on A side here, and SEAL team with 3 players still left need to figure out a way to kill everyone from Reborn and defuse bomb.
2-0. Again, no. Damn, that was dirty. One more player pending, left to get the clutch now for their side. The 1v4 VMP, wrong timing there, goes back and found the kill. 1v3 now. It's in a very bad spot. The bomb already has been put down, so he's got to get a defuse somehow, make it work. 1v3, player to the heady, VMP, but Reorigin shuts him down and Reborn 3-0 as they kickstart things off well and they continue well. 3 freaking 0 as we now make our way to around 4. And if you're Silton, that brilliant wall back there, that was a redemption for that very first round. But now we're going to round 4, and if you're Silton again, you started so slow. The exact same thing you saw on Hardpoint, and you're doing it again in S&D. I mean, something has to go and change if you want to force him out there.
Definitely. SEAL team are going to have to switch up some of their strategies as Denver drops finally to the SKS killer in hand. Flex seems to have taken Toronto as well, and I just blinked and we're already down to a 2v5. Reborn are not showing any mercy here to SEAL team. Tokyo dropping as well to the SKS, and now pending a last man standing once again as the 4th round goes to Reborn. This is starting to seem a bit one-sided, but dare I ask, what are our predictions for this game?
Defend the objectives.
I mean, I can see Dobby on the white chat saying 7-0. Because right now it's 4-0. 3 more rounds and they are gonna make that come to pass. And if you're a SEAL team, my God, I mean, if you didn't go and predict on the website before now, you guys let me know because I did not, bro. I did not get a chance. I was sleeping all day. But again, 4-0 Kijo. And this is not looking for SEAL team. I did hear Kijo is a SEAL team fan. I think that's correct, yes?
Um, we're not going to make any assumptions here. We're going to be like hell. We're not going to be political about it unless it's teams that I know. But Reborn seem to be holding up or creating a name for themselves here. They're definitely stirring up the competition and completely annihilating Seal Team. We need to go back to the drawing board after this pending last man standing once again. The lone wolf left to carry his team with 4 kills in hand, manages to make that 5 kills. BMT in hand, 20 seconds left on the clock, and he's in a 1v2 situation.
1v2 alone. Player spot him now. The change is on. Pending. Might get the kill there. No, he doesn't. The bait and switch. Perfection is the word there for Reborn. That was a perfect bait, you know. Slide down, let your teammate finish the kill, and Pending falls to it. And now 5-0 Reborn are going to kickstart things off perfectly well. As 2 more rounds, and they make Dobby's dream come to pass here. If you're a SEAL team, the deal might be sealed. Oh, sick. 5-0. Only 2 more rounds, and we are going to see a clean sweep on Search and Destroy Tunisia. Sniper now, reflex, looking for a single picture. That's going to do justice. Almost gets it. My God, that was nasty clean. As he's going to put the player down in 2 more 4 in 1 foul swoop. 2v5, and 2 team again are getting humbled. 1v5, 1 final player with those nightmare words. The last man standing to complete the mission. Can he make it work? Bellis claims a kill, but the double does not come through as Venice puts him down 6-0. Match point, series point, and that's clean. Let's go. Man.
I'm still in shock. That snipe was so clean, I got goosebumps. As soon as that shot connected, that was absolutely insane. Reborn are wasting no time. They're showing no mercy here. But now Seal Team are the ones planting. A little bit of change of pace. You know, we're going to see how Seal Team leads the game. It seems they're pushing into the comfort zone here of top 9. But hopefully they do not get sniped or shot. They're about to jump out. And as I say that, I cursed it. Denver, the first one to drop. Reflex with his deadly sniper in hand, pushing onto A short now, where he's going to get one. He doesn't manage to get another. Toronto taking him down with his Odin in hand. And now we're already stuck in a 3v4 here, with Reborn having the upper hand once again.
Man, it is what it is. Numbers are full and Tokyo now able to get things back on par. 3v3, SKS spray and spray through the wall. Bang, it's not going to happen. Ogen finds one. Toronto falls. Ogen finds a double. Tokyo falls. And Pending, the last man standing for the 95th time. Can he make it work? It's a 1v3. Everything is now on the man's shoulders. Can he find the clutch somehow, some way to avoid that 7-0? The man's fighting like Michael Jackson gets sent to hell. But no, 7-0 Reborn finds them, and they are going to get an absolutely clean sweep. Murder. They commit against you, Tim, and their fate is sealed. They are dead. 7-0. Hardware lost. S&D lost. And unfortunately, we don't get to see our first control of the event in our first game. These things happen.
Well, definitely did not expect a 7-0. I know that hardpoint was a bit rough. You know, we saw a SEAL team get under 100, but not taking a single round in the S&D is a bit crazy. I kind of feel bad for them. I'm hoping they can come back from this, but I kind of feel bad.
I didn't know what I was actually going to say, you know, like I like violence, but I don't like one-sided violence. That was rape. It wasn't that was too nasty, you know. And if you're a SEAL team, you fought hard, you know. The hard point was like there are a lot of times where you got moments of brilliance there. But unfortunately, on S&D, I didn't really see that spark. That they kept leaving Pending alone to clutch 1v2s, 1v3s, 1v4s, 1v5s, and it looked like Pending was like his name is Pending. He was the one pending their destruction there. He was the last one standing every single time. And unfortunately, though, the man had to have help at some point in time there. But if you're Reborn, though, perfect first start to the event, perfect first game of the year, first competitive game of the year. they've trained so hard. The Christmas came, New Year came. They had all the merry time, they had all the rice and all the wine, but they still were locked in because they were waiting for the very first comp. But now it's the African Championship Circuit qualifiers, the African Pro Series qualifiers rather, and they won their very first match. And what's more to come, we are going to find out soon. But yeah, that's it for game one, and we are about to make our way towards the game two. We're not really sure who's playing yet. It's qualified. It's one of the streams, so but we want to see Donegal though. Donegal, maybe PBX against somebody. But we are looking forward to seeing what game two is going to look like, Joe.
Well, all we know are the teams that are participating in Group A. So there's about 20 different teams now that two of them have played that we could cast here today. But yeah, definitely hoping to see some big names, some interesting plays over here, some violence, as Cal likes to say. But yeah, I'm definitely a good start off to the competition. I'm a bit happy about that.
I think we all are, no doubt. Group A teams rather again. PDX Master Gaming Share 7. I think this is the most stacked group. I think I might be wrong, but there's Nonagon here. There's Trinity. There's PDX. There's MSH. There's SYX. There's or there's Oratu Tiri guys. Okay. There's Eclipse Unit. This is a different issue of what you guys know as well. There's a lot of fancy teams here, no doubt. So I'm just looking forward to going and seeing those heavyweights go and play. But look at this Group B as well. I think this is also a very stacked group. There's NATO Gaming back from the dead, Cyclone Gaming back from not even the dead Pro Max. They are back. Eclipse Gaming as well. ASG, the sponsors of our event, are also here. I want to see their very first match, what it's going to look like. Prime Lords, Cloud9, a couple of these teams are fairly new to the esports scene. I see Dynamics Esports, saw them last year, and they are now fully back, aren't they now? CZY, I saw from Kenya, are in the mix of things here. I see a name called Fako PR. Even the logo is so funny, bro. Is that a cocktail with a tennis ball and a feather? I don't know what is that logo, bro. Like you guys just sat down and you guys could not make. Okay, now I'm not trying to attack teams here, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it, bro. Fako PR, you guys, we have to have a serious talk. Jerry can design logos. Go and text him, bro. But anyways, guys, we're looking forward to see what game two is going to look like. And you've seen a lot of what these teams look like. Again, don't forget, this is the qualifiers for the African Pro Series, and only 8 teams are going to make it there. I don't know what the tables look like or how it looks like. I have no idea, but I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen while we make our way to the very last day. Qualifiers are going to last for 4 days before the main event kickstarts on 2nd February. I don't know the date, guys. Don't mind me, guys. But we are looking forward to seeing what the qualifiers is going to, bring to us here. Why is Kijo smiling? Guys, Kijo has been smiling so much. Like she's happy, guys. Damn. What's
I'm
exciting, man?
excited to be back, okay? It's been Cal, I haven't seen you since last year. Okay? Just let me be happy. Right?
Yeah,
We're
I
starting
haven't
off
seen
the
you
year
too.
strong. We're all excited. We are smiling. Huh.
For sure, we are happy. I'm very sure everybody's happy to be here. The players, maybe not SEAL team, but like everybody else is happy to be here because there's a lot in store for the year 2026. And Reborn, I've just showed you what they're made of. I'm looking forward to seeing what game two is going to be like. And production was whispering in my ear, game two is going to be, and then he kept quiet. Normal Jerry things, bro. Yeah, the African Pro Series qualifiers, guys, is where we are headed. And oh, game two is going to be R233 versus who? East Link. Hey, good. I'm very sure I yeah, guys, Jerry cannot pronounce words, so we're gonna wait till we see it on our screen, guys. Unfortunately, it said R333 versus I think X Clan. I have no idea who that team is again, but we get to see a Ghanaian team Aura 233 on the stage. I haven't seen Aura I think since the World Champ stage 4, so I'm excited to go and see what their roster looks like right now and what they have to offer, in this game two of the evening. But again, Kijo, what do you think about Aura 233 versus X Clan? Decline. Jerry, bro.
Well, I'm definitely excited. I haven't had the pleasure of casting a game where Aura 233 has played. So this is going to be the first time that I see them play. I did have a tiny little peek at the registration. So I see some familiar faces. I saw Sunflower, I saw Babushka. We're seeing a lot of, familiar faces coming into play. But hopefully they come back with a spark, and this is going to be a good game to watch indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing what the players are going to have to offer here. Again, guys, we are live from the ESGYT. That is where the mainstream is on. So if you want to watch the mainstream, wherever you're currently watching it, come to the ASGYT. Go to YT and search for ASGCODM, and you're going to find it's going to be on top of your YT search bar. That's where the stream currently is on. So if you're on the YT stream already, please don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to sub to support our sponsors, and of course make the African esports scene a lot greater. We're also live on the ASG TikTok, so if you want to go watch it there, you can go and watch it on the ASG TikTok. And side note, we're live on one of that TikTok, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, guys, we're looking forward to seeing what game 2 looks like. And again, I want to see what R233 have in store. I haven't seen their roster yet, even though there is a site to actually go and spot that out. But I haven't really seen their site, their roster yet. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to offer. For sure, there's not going to be Ruin because Ruin is on the PDX roster of the team right now. So I'm guessing Babushka, Sunflower, the usual players, but hopefully a bit of a change there. And yeah, let's just see what the players have to go and offer for a game. This is 2026, guys. This is 2026, and there's a lot in store. The very first event has $1,500 prize pool. That is a lot of money. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what these teams have cooked up. Because if you want to win that amount of money, that throne is number one in Africa, you have to be absolutely ready to go all out. And I mean, nobody signed Carl, so I don't think anybody wants to win. Nobody signed Carl, Kijo. Did you get?
I mean, at this point, we should have just made our own team, just real
Yeah.
time. We need to start taking part in comp because, like, these guys have it too easy since we're not playing, We're
Yeah,
holding back. We're letting them shine. Be grateful, guys. Be
we
grateful.
are. Man, if we were here right now, just imagine Kijo, Carl, Jerry, like in one team, like bro, even PDX would be shaking, like, oh my god, it's real time, guys, it's real time. But yeah, anyways, R233 and the X line, that's what Jerry was calling decline. That, by the way, guys. R233 versus Hexline is going to be our next game. It's on your screen. You can see that pop up there. And again, I don't think I know Hexline now. I've not seen them before, but that's the exciting thing. Guys, I love to see new teams in the competition. If there's one thing I love, new teams, new casters, new players, new everything. It's a new year. We need fresh legs here, fresh hands, fresh mouths, fresh everything. So I'm really happy to see a lot of new teams coming to the esports scene, and I hope these new teams have a lot to offer as well. As Hexline are about to go head to head against a very experienced team in R233, and I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to claim this one. We already have our first one of the night, Reborn. They did that SEAL team. That wasn't really very funny to go and see. But yeah, now we're going to again to R233 are going to be facing up against Hexline. Who do you guys think, or who do you guys have? The currently is a poll on Whitey for who you guys think is going to win the game. I'm going to go with vote, but I'm not going to tell you guys who I think is going to win. So you guys go and vote in Whitey chat. See you guys there. Just smiling again, guys. Guys, how do
Yeah,
we?
no,
I'm
I was
gonna have a Google
hoping.
search. I'm gonna have a Google search how to stop Kijo from smiling. Is that possible? Let me check.
Okay, you know what?
Google
No, no,
says
no, no,
yeah, it's
no.
not there.
You know what made me stop smiling, right? The fact that you
Yeah.
said you like all the new stuff, right? The new teams, the new cast. Just say you're tired of me, Cal. It's fine. I'll leave. I'll leave.
Guys, I never said that. You see how women like to,
Uh, uh, uh.
women just like trouble. I
Rewind.
didn't even say anything. I didn't even say
Rewind.
anything, guys. See,
Go
I
watch the
said, I
stream.
said. But anyways, guys, we are waiting for the players to go and get the party started. I'm pretty sure they're already in the lobby, and I'm going to be looking at the chat. So you guys let me know wherever you guys want to go and let us know. Rather, who remembers Gang Bay? I think everybody does. My hands are up. I do. I remember Gang Bay from 2023, 2024, 2025 as well, the African scene. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to go and offer this year, though, in 2026 for Aura. Uh, Maybe not a lot of changes in terms of the roster, but I still haven't seen it yet. Again, if you want to check out the roster, you can go to realtimeproduction.com and you can see all the rosters, every single roster, for every single team playing the event currently is out there. So if you don't want to be like me, because I currently don't know the rosters, if you want to be better than me, just go out there and search for the teams and search for the players, and you can be acquainted with the players in different teams. R233 though, next line is our next game, and I just want to ask production: is there intermission screen, bro?
See, now he's tired of looking at my face. I beg, look at this
Yeah.
guy. There are four
I'm
teams.
tired of yapping without a game. It's getting boring, bro. Yeah, Jared said no. I don't care, Jared. We all gonna have to go for a break. You're gonna have to find a way to make a mission, bro. Yeah, I know you, bro. This guys, they are taking 44 years to start a game. I mean, it's the usual African thing, anyways. But yeah, from what I just heard, they are about to start. I'm not African. I'm Chinese, so I can say these things. But anyways, guys, we are about to get the party started. And again, don't forget, guys, this is the African Pro Series qualifiers, and we are already on game 2. This is match day 1 of the qualifiers. We have 3 more fantastic action days. Unfortunately, you guys are not going to be seeing my face anymore. So yeah, I'm very sure a lot of you are tired of Carl, and you guys are not going to see me casting the African Pro Series after today because I got fired earlier on today. Anyway, this is what it is, guys. But yeah, we are about to get the party started, and Kijo votes. Oh, Kijo is happy, guys. You guys see now I'm not the one making up things. She's happy that I'm getting fired. But yeah, Kijo, tell me, Aura 233 or X Line, what do you think is going to be qualifying here for these 2 teams? Who's going to be, winning this matchup?
See, I don't know how to give a non-biased answer because this could either go really good or really bad. Or 233 are extremely strong. They have a lot of comp experience behind them. They're a strong team. They're well recognized. And I just checked the registration. Hexline is possibly an entirely female team. So, if I don't support them, it's like, I don't want to be that girl. I'm a girl's girl, right? We're gonna support Hex. I'm gonna back Hexline here. If I
Yeah,
get
me too.
proven wrong, it's fine. Oh, okay, we're supporting the all
Me too,
girls
me
team
too.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hack
I'll
slide.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, imagine supporting around 233 in the B26, guys. Imagine with an aura fight in the B26, bro. Hex line, bro. I've been Hex line fan since I was 12. I'm not joking. I've been Hex line fan since I was 12, guys. Literally, like I used to buy their jerseys, their t-shirts. Ask anybody, guys. I was there in their first training session. I was there for their first esports game, bro. Come on, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what Hexline are going to cook, in 2026. Mind you, they won World Champs in 2009 for Kodem. That was in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I remember battling the good old days, guys. But yeah, we're all looking forward to seeing what they're going to face in 2026, guys. Let's go, chat.
I love how
Right,
Cal
right,
just
right,
switched
short.
up. The minute I mentioned girls, he was like, yes, I know them. I support them. We love that. We love that. But yeah, we'll definitely see how they fare up against Aura 233. Maybe they didn't come to play, and they might want to send these girls back to the kitchen because there's no girls on Aura's side here. But these girls are gonna come, they're gonna cook, and they're gonna send Aura to the kitchen. Aura needs to go make sandwiches. I beg.
I see. I love the comment. Detroit Gaming and Whitey, I love you. You just asked a very important question in my life right now that I have to address. Before now, I had no idea they were all females, yes. But now that I do, I'm not surprised why we're being delayed so much. Because he's asking, are they putting on makeup? I mean, it's the lady thing to do, They have to look good for the cameras. They have to look good for the game. So that's why they put it on makeup, They have to, be physically... But that is crazy, bro. Not me talk about. I was not the one that said it. It was their track. I'm just pointing out what he said. People should not come for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It wasn't me.
I can't take offense to
They
that. I
started
was not
finally,
like that.
Kija. They
Oh, hard
Kija,
point
finally.
on Combine. No, don't switch up now. I'm still watching you. Hard points on Combine as we head off with Aura 233 versus Hex9, and we're back to this fan favorite map. I have missed this map so much, and we're getting straight into it. Hex9 on the blue, Aura 233 on the yellow side, and we're going straight into it for P1. Ahin not taking any bodies, not taking any mercy on them. Hilfi looking all yellow at this point. Babushka with a 3-piece of his switchblade, and Aura 233 is showing no mercy here. This is a bit scary.
Yeah, if you're Headline though, you've won champs in 2009 back then when I was 12 and all that. So you can still do it again, guys. Looking forward to seeing them in the champ lineup this year. And Aura 233, who have never been in champ stage 5, but they've been in stage 4, so I want to go and see what's gonna happen here. 13 and 6, not really a bad scoreline to start things on that P1. If you're the team that has the experience factor, I was lying about the 12 and 9, guys. Obviously, guys. So anyways, they have the experience factor to go and play out. And sorry for P1 has been there. So look at the man and the rest claiming numbers. Claims a triple was there, but now he's going to get put down. But you need to go to P2. Who's going to get there first? Because that many map. The answer might be the ladies in blue. But Aura is sort of fighting in to go and get that spawn flip. Now Sunflower comes through. Bad gets a kill, can pound for one. One the lame one. I can't pronounce that name quiet. 23-9 is very arky, Joe. Game is close, but not too close.
Not too close indeed. Hexline still in the single digits over here as Aura 2K3 have spawns. Hexline are trying to hold it down, but Aura is contesting non-stop. We have Hexline constantly pushing into point, and they keep getting pushed out. Completely unfair on their part, but Aura 233 beating that 50-point mark comfortably. Hexline still trying to break into P2. Still 30 seconds left on this point, and it doesn't seem like Aura are letting them anywhere near it. That is completely unfair. They just keep pushing them out, you know.
Right now, the manager on the pro player, he's been one of the, the better stories as well, like Rin, the caster done to a pro player, and now Aaron, Ghana keeps producing people that were something else, they've done to a pro player, and they're dominating their team. That's quite fun. And now we need to go to B3 though. Aura 233 almost at the 100-point mark, 17 counting now for them. But rotation is going to be perfect now for the ladies as they make their way in here first now, and the rest comes through. Where's the kill? Trade finds him, puts him down. Hexline are going to get the spawn and the hill time first, and hopefully they can start to make up something for the deficit they currently have. 18 and 17 where we currently are. Shotgun for Pandemonium there. Watching the window, anybody comes through there, dead. One tap is name, and the weapon of the ages 4-5. Sorry if I look at that girlfriend. Oh, blue Aura, they can't find their way in. Oh my god, I think I spoke too soon and I didn't think of that shout. As again, the girlfriend is back to blue, and the ladies are finally finding Valley here, Kijo.
They're fighting their way back. They're still trying to take Aura 233 down. Seems like they heard me and they want to prove themselves, and that's OBJ score just keeps increasing. Anime on 40 MS with a 4-piece there before Babushka sends him back to respawn with the boxing gloves. Hexline still in the point, still holding it down, still keeping Aura off. Batflash now trying to hold off Bunker as he gets taken down. Shy with a 2-piece there, breaking into point with his BMT. And the last few seconds go to Hexline as they are literally catching up. 63 for 71 here.
My god, they are so close. And the ladies are finally finding the value you want them to go and find. Again, I think I wasn't lying. Right? They went to chance start man 9. You can see that in their gameplay. Now, Aura, they had the lead by a lot, and now they started to fumble. Might not be good. And he comes to play there! But that was a very bad spawn trap. Didn't work out. She's going to get put down. And now the Crawford is going to be Aura 250 all the way. Equalizer! A whole way pushed up in their spawn. Finds another double there. And look at the Crawford go all in now. Aura goes to 100 mark. Finds one goal. Make that 4 now. With the equalizer, can get a 5. The answer is going to be no. As a player finds him and puts him down. 63. But look at that scoreline. 100 mark now. Full score. 11 and company. Great fighter. Puts it down. Aura are finally above the 100 mark. And he's going to get there first. And they locked it down. Force crowd time. While we go back to P1. Hexline trying to make a come through that front door. But they all get put down and sent back to respawn. And right now, Aura 233 are dominating. That might just be the word. So, might start coming through on.
It seems like how things have to go now. Aura 233 have double the score that Hexline have in the OBJ. He put eyes on them, I swear. And now we have Badflash trying to hold down the bridge over here as he gets a 2-piece. Saints with his 2-piece as well, as we're back onto P1 and Hexline finally moving from that 63-point mark. Sunflower with a 2-piece kill feed looking yellow for the players. Aura 233 do not want Hexline to catch up anymore, and they're holding down P1 over here very well indeed. Sunflower another 2-piece. I swear this guy is just hungry with 2 pieces and 3 pieces. KFC just to sponsor him at this point. I bet make that a 4-piece. He's hungry. He's going for the whole bucket at this point in time. 139 here, 140 to 71 for Aura 233.
71 and 146, and Aura, well, they're going to lose a little bit of P1 there. You're going to see Hexline fighting it out and holding it down. So far, so good. If you're Aura though, you need to start going to the next door. You've got the knee locked in, but you don't want to let Hexline get too comfortable there, as they have a better spawn, and he might be there for a full 60. Sometimes almost get that full 60 before, so you don't want to let that happen once again. Because Archers is not out of place. Current now from 10, but 3 there for Aura 2-3. find value. Hopefully the answer might be yes. Sunflower Bread finds one kill, and Hexline now hold the kill hostage. Hopefully can hold it down, and the rest comes through. Oh my god, the perfect time with Vortex trying to kill. But the shot gets cut through. Aura are gonna get that break in though, and they are now gonna keep out that spawn. And Hexline spawning on the purple himself map, and Aura 233 are dominating this one again, as they are gonna have the hard point time 160 and 90, a 50-point gap, 60-point gap rather. And if you're Hexline, you have to start finding a way to close that 100-point mark soon.
They're closing in on it indeed. 99 and 100 there for the ladies in blue, while Aura are still stuck on 161. They're going to hold down this P2 here. It seems that Aura is trying to push in for swarms, but Headline are holding it down, spawning all the way at the back, and last 10 seconds are left here for P2. Aura should just pack things up, move on to P3, and it seems like they can kill me as they set up for next, leaving the ladies there to play for scrap time. Annihilator out here in Babushka's hand, doesn't seem to connect because his teammates get the kills instead, and he finally manages to connect one on Bad Flash. It seems like that's the only kill he's going to get though before it times out. I stand corrected. He gets the second. Anime gets the 2-piece as well with his Annihilator in hand. The operates for all out now as we head into P3 where X9 are holding it down.
They've been able to get above the 100-point mark, and that's quite the accolade to me now, because my god, they are keeping things close. And if you're Aura though, it's not struggling to maintain that aura, maintain that lead. You need to go to close things off at the War Machine. They're perfect. Arvin, that was clean. And now they hold it down even further. Hexline for a contest. Now they come through, and now they clear out that hill. Bushka comes through as well, finds the trade and finds one. Sunflower comes for another one, puts everybody down, and Aura are now going to reclaim that hill and that hill. They've been able to keep things close. They've been able to get things back and forth. A lot of times where it looks like they're going to get maybe pass and par, but Aura just keep letting them get close. Run over the Hoshin again, let them get close, run over the Hoshin again. As now they are about to get above that 200-point mark. It's 199. If you did go and fix it now, we need to go B4. Who's going to get their further answer? It's going to be the boys from Ghana, as they are now above 200. Now they need 50 more to close things off here. As Hexline trying to make a break for it once again. Keeps coming through. SMG in hand. There's no find a single volley there. And here comes the as well. Finds Sunflower. Trade finds her. And if you're Hexline, you have to find a way to not let them get any hard point time volley here in this hill.
Hexline are definitely trying to contest this here, but Andreas with his Sparrow in hand before he goes down to Revenant, breaking into P4 here. Aura 233 still holding it down. They do not have enough time left in that point to end things here, so we're going to have to rotate back to P1. But Revenant with the 2, make that a 3-piece with his Tempest. Absolutely insane gameplay over here. Type 19 did not do him nicely. Sunflower taking him down as we go back onto P1. Predator Missile in play. Where are the trophies, guys? I beg, that is like the single most important thing you can have. Thank you very much, Anime. Before he gets taken down. 219 to 156, and Hexline are crawling for that comeback.
All of the comeback, you might even get to here if you're Aura though. Started so well, now you're trying to let them get too close, too comfortable. Now look at that P1 still there. Aura are going to get in lockdown. They're watching every angle and they're not letting anybody from Hexline make their way into the hard points, as they are putting them down from the spawn. And the rest finds a kill. Sunflower sees the sound. The Prince sprayed over the hip fire, finds one more kill, and he's finds a double now. Might make that 3. The answer's gonna be no. Anime puts him down. Anime falls. A Bushka is 241. 9 more points, and Aura 233 about to get their very first map win. The Cops for 2026. 249 now, and that's it. Hexline fall, but they show gracefully as the scoreline is going to be very close. Not very close, but 156 and 250. Not a 100-point gap, so that is quite something to look out for. Big shout out to Hexline. Aura 233 claimed the map, and it's going to be there for the taking as we make our way to the Search and Destroy map.
Absolutely. Insane gameplay there from both sides. The Hexline didn't go down without a fight, even though there was a 93-point lead. Cal is being modest. But yeah, Aura 233 did not to play. They came to show that even though they were taking a long, well-deserved break, from being the best team in Ghana and all that, they still have what it takes to show up in competition and absolutely annihilate their opponents. And we're gonna head into
Hexline are
SND,
definitely trying to
where
contest this job, but
hopefully
and their
we see
efforts
Hexline
keep
with a bit of a
spiraling,
comeback,
and
but a
before he
reverse
goes
sweep.
down to
But
Devon, and
we
this
kind of jinxed
breaking
it the
into
last time we said
Q4
that.
or time less
And
than
then we
that
had to sit
point
and
two
talk for like 10
empty
minutes
kills. So
to wait for
the
them.
first is actually one, but Devon
So maybe I
with
should
the two make that a
we're just
three
not
piece
gonna
with these
talk.
Tempest.
Yeah, baby, don't talk. We don't want to jinx it this time, guys. So we're gonna stay quiet. Well, I mean, if you're Hexline though, it's still a fact that you have to win such and destroy. Hopefully, force a map 3 here. That's the only hope they have here to force map 3. Maybe going to get that reverse should come to play. But I mean, we said that before. It didn't quite end well. 7-0 was the score, and the fate of Seal Team got sealed. But look at that. Look at the stats of Hardpoint. 47 kill mark for Bushka, and somehow Shy manages to get 14 and 26. I don't know if Jared is playing the game. It might be Jared playing the man's account and Shia handling our stream right now, probably because 14 and 26. Well, to be fair, he did play hard point time, so my make up for that, though, Kijo.
I mean, Jared, is that you? Someone please check in on Shy to make sure he's okay. But hey, maybe Shy is more of maybe he just got shy. Maybe he's more of an S&D player. Maybe he'll pop out there. But we did see some insane gameplay from Hexan as well. A 40 bomb from Anime, absolutely insane, leading
Ooh.
the entire team. Two players from Hexline with 27 kills, a little bit of twin action going on there. So yeah, they definitely did not go down one-sided. They definitely gave Aura 233 a fight for their money, but evidently Aura 233 were like, oh, we're the best. They had to take the win for themselves.
Yeah, they're like, come on, guys, we just let you guys have those. We want to get it more, but I mean, Hexline fought hard. I mean, you could see a lot of times where they just dominated the map. They got to the next still fast. They got the spawn. They won their gunfights. Operator skills like, also on point. I think both teams here had operator skills on point. They were using those perfectly. For ultimately, RT33 had more experience. They won the World Champs 2001, I think. So yeah, they have more experience here in terms of world champions. So yeah, they've had a very good they've had a very good start to their competitive season here. The very first map claimed, and now you're going to such and destroy territory. Well, it's going to be a lot less hard points, a lot less storming with the operator skills, and a lot more strategy, a lot more tactics being used in such and destroy. And also, the map is going to play a very vital role here. So if it's a sniper map, well, I do know I've seen all right, on snipers, those guys are devils. They are demons. Hexline, I haven't really seen them on snipers, but from what I just saw, Anime as a player, Bad Flash as well, those two, man, they were absolutely stunning. And, on S&D, they can still force them up to just claim the S&D, make it theirs, force them up to hopefully get a reverse sweep. But if you're around 2-3-3, though, you don't want to let that happen. So you want to close things off here 2-0 and give us our second 2-0 of the evening on the African Pro Series Day 1.
Maybe we're starting a pattern here, a pattern of let's not let Kijo see control. But that's fine. Whatever helps these teams sleep at night. Speaking of, there is another poll in the YouTube chat to vote for who you guys think is going to win the SND. I've placed my vote, and I know Cal is not going to tell us who he's voting for. It's not like we're going to win any money from this. But yeah, you guys. And what are our predictions for the score for SND? You don't
Before I
have to
could
say
answer
who,
that,
just the score.
I will say who. I like violence. So I will say who. But before I even go and say that, though, I just saw a comment on YT that I want to read out. Guys, again, not be me talk up. I did not say it. It was not me, bro. Holo, N9 Holo on YT says, does Shy pay them to play for them? Wow. No comments anyways. But yeah, I mean X9 versus RT33. Who do I think is going to win S&D? I've seen Aura, guys. Hardpoint was flawless. It was their map. X9 held their ground. Well, it wasn't their map to win. Now we're going to Search and Destroy. I don't know what map it's going to be on again, but map is going to be heavily, a very heavy factor because we know teams have their strong and weak maps. For X9 though, I think these ladies have what it takes to go all the way. So Loki, I did vote on the poll, and who I voted is Hexline. Or I don't think so. Guess you guys win. I'm sorry. Anyways, I voted on Hexline, guys. So KJ, what do you think? What do you think?
I I'm not gonna say who I voted for because either way I'll get someone's gonna slap me. So It's fine. I voted for a team, the team that I think is gonna win.
Yeah, I see politics. Nice, nice. Politician Kijo in the house, guys. But yeah, fair enough, fair enough. And that, now, guys, again, we saw the hard point game. I wouldn't say it was that bad. It was a 93-point gap, I think, 94-point gap. And Hexline held their ground. You know, a player about 40 kills, two players at 27, one on 25, one on shy numbers. But okay. But yeah, still. If you're Hexline, you have what it takes to force a map 3 here. You just have to, again, hardpoint S&D, two different game modes entirely. Hardpoint is a lot faster. You've got operator skills, core tricks, and all that, all those things to work with. In S&D, you can only deploy your tacticals, you know, and your nades, your smokes, your trophy systems, and all that. And your SMGs, your snipers, and your ARs are going to, you know, play a very vital part. So again, map dependent might be something as well to look out for. But if you're Hexline, you have to force a map 3. Hopefully, they can make that work here. But on the other hand, if you're all 2 TD, you can close things off by closing things off and such a destroy. As we now go to Coastal, S&D, one of the nightmare maps. If you're not an S&D fan, you never want to play this map. It's a very tactical map. A sniper's den as well. So it's the battle of the snipers as we head into Coastal, Search and Destroy, Kijo.
Okay. Hardpoint identified.
Grenade out.
This is what it is. We are back to week off. Well, Aether versus ICN. That's the next game on our roster now. And Iconics, a game a team I've seen a lot of times in the past. Aether, I'm not really sure I have seen them before. But, well, before we continue the casting, hello, Kijo. How was that long break? How was it?
A very much deserved needed break indeed, and now we can see these teams are back on the field, and we're starting things off strong with Hardpoint here on Summit, where Iconics have already taken the lead and they haven't given Ether a chance to step into the point. We're still on P1 though, but it seems like Iconics are taking all the points here and they're dominating top control. Darkdown coming in at the XM4 before he gets taken down by Sunless here from Ether, who have finally gotten on the scoreboard and they reach 22 for almost 10 at Book too soon, and P1 is contested, heading into scrap time before we rotate onto P2.
Iconics so far, they are going to get the lead locked in. Again, on paper, they are the much stronger team. A lot more experience on their side. The gunfight skills so far showing exactly that. And now we make our way towards P2, and I hate Monkey with the 9-kill mark. He's finding value of the value still. The SMG in hand for him. Now they hold on to that P2. They are there first, but it's going to get put down by Offset. Offset comes through, on the 2-kill mark, and also that kind of 1-kill mark. Those super trying to find their footing on the game yet. Well, 34 and 13 is where we currently are, and if you're ICN, you started thinking, so, well, we've seen this far before, whatever starts or finishes well, that's what we've seen so far this evening, all evening long. So if you're Aether, this is not really a good spot to be in, and P2 so far is not more in favor of Iconics, as eventually you need to get that P2 spawn. Look at the mini-map, which would like to get there first. The answer might still be ICN.
Heading into scrap time indeed, and you can see definitely some interesting gun choices here. We have Sunless playing with the striker in hand as he managed to get a 2-piece in those last few seconds on P2, already heading onto P3 now, where it seems like Iconics have set up camp and they just get pushed out. They're pushing in from green side while Ether are pushing in straight to point. War Machine out now for Sunless as he's going to hold on P3 and get those few seconds on P3 here for his team before he gets taken down. Now we're 47 for 38. Iconics back onto P3 where they are going to try and hold it down, but it seems like Ether have spawned player number 4 right at the back. Lowy holding it down with his Odin, waiting for his teammates to back him up, but he gets taken down. And oh my god, Death Machine are in play as well. Gravity Vortex is out. P3 and already all the operators are being pulled out.
There we go. We're gonna get back and forth, but the lead is always in face one side. As ICN are gonna get it locked in. The equalizer now comes to the 4. Okay, it's not him, I think. Ogene means Gordon Robo, but him, I haven't seen that name before. Ogene is a very fancy name to be sure. And so far, so the ICN though, they are leading the scoreline here. 92, about to get above the 100-point mark, and they are edging into us down, but now you need to go at P4. Look at that mini map. Who's going to get there first? The answer is going to be Aether. They've got the 1 player in the spawn, 1 player watching snow, 1 player watching top competitions, 2 players in the hard point, and that's a perfect setup. But I mean, if you're ICN, you need to find a way to now break that formation eventually, as 1 player just comes through that path, through stairs, but he's going to get put down, and finally Aether are starting to get hard point time here.
That was the perfect setup indeed, but it is not going to mean anything if they can't hold it down. And we can see that Ether have already, they're struggling to hold on to P4 over here. Lit coming in through the back spawn, but he gets taken down from Ether's side. Point is contested. Iconics are reaching that 100-point mark, and we have Monkeys coming in with a Purifier to secure that 100 points, leaving Ether in the dust only on 61. Heading into scrap time here over on P4, still holding it down here for Iconics, and they're not letting Ether near P4. They want those last 2 seconds of scrap time because that absolutely matters. We're heading over to P1 now, and it seems like Iconics are really holding it down well.
ICN, they really close the house. If you're Aether, you're getting this close, a 40-point gap, a little bit 40, about 40 there. P1 starts to come to get Aether getting into that. That's not King Kong. Comes in, finds a kill, might get a double. The XM4 fails him, and he's gonna get put down there. Now Aether are still holding that hard point on P1. It's gonna be there. Claw investment are gonna come in heavy. Claw, 1 kill, found from behind. the back shots are going to be epic. And now if you're looking again at the scoreline, it keeps getting closer and closer. So now they are both 80, 160, 82. And now if you're, well, ICN, you need to start to worry a little bit. Eventually start to find the paces you had when the game started. Ethan now almost about to get above 100, but the final player falls on that hill. And what, 23 more on the clock if you want to expire. It's got P2, but so far so good. Things are getting closer and closer here.
I love that we're not seeing a one-sided game, finally, as we're already on game 3 for the night, but Iconics are still holding their lead, and it is increasing by the second. We're holding on top control now here for Iconics as we head over to P2, and it seems like Ita are struggling a little bit. They're not really spawning anywhere near P2, but they are definitely making a run for it. Iconics holding them off from every possible angle. Darktown on top control, Monkeys coming in from Seedon side before he gets taken out by a war machine by Sunless there, who is trying to get onto P2 over here. Operates skills out once again, and you can see a death machine in play as well. Equalize is coming out. It seems like Iconics are actually holding it down.
They are. It's 150 again. They managed to get the lead even further. So Ether about to get things back on the path and potentially get a comeback here. They said hell nah, as they finally start to find their footing once again. 160 and 95 scoreline caught in their favor. Eventually you need to go to the next LP 3. It's going to be very important to get that spawn behind. But right now, scrap time being let go by Iconics as Ether are going to have it. As they now are also able to get above the 100 point mark and keep things fairly close again. But you need to go P3. Look at that mini map. Who's going to get there first? The answer is getting the voice and lead. They have 2 players in that spawn and 1 player with the snow as well. So it might be there for the taking. But if you're Ether, though, you've been able to, keep things fairly close. But now we're starting to see that gap come to you once again. That's 174, 101 is where we currently are. And God show up Ether. Can they find a way through that pre-fire? The answer is going to be no. Monkeys came to a double kill there. And he finds 1 more as well. And right now, 184, 101. And if you're ICN, you can get above that 20% mark now and maybe even towards the clothesline on this P4.
That gap is getting ever so bigger as Ether just made it over 100 and now Iconics making it over 200. That's a 100-point lead already. So Ether are definitely going to have to do something here, switch up their tactic if they want to make a comeback. But Monkey trying to stop them in their tracks, but the Skeletoners only find 1 here as he is still holding down points, help of his teammates, and they are not leaving their positions. We have Glaive trying to sneak in from the back, and it seems that Ether have spawns, but right as it's about to enter scrap time, and we're gonna head over onto P4, complete other side of the map. Teammates are gonna make a U-turn now, and it seems that Iconics already have spawns. Lucky for them, they only need another 21 seconds here to end the game, and Ether still just over that 100-point mark.
231.04 is what we currently are. Drawing now, get some this, can find value. The answer is going to be maybe no, maybe yes. But 236 and the scoreline almost completely done for ICN to go and close things off on the very first map of their 2026 esports careers here. With our Glaive from behind, finds to kill. Lowy falls. The back and forth comes through. And now Cloud claims a double to Cloud that hill. And 249 make that 250 as they are going to play the very first map of RBO3 here. Hardpoint Summit is going to be theirs, and they shut down Aether Esports in style and Iconics. As usual, they are going to be iconic. If they just leave true to their name here, Kijo. They leave true to the name once again.
Absolutely. So they definitely put out an iconic performance since we are keeping up with the wordplay here. And Ether unfortunately left behind in the dust, but at least they did make it over 100, something our teams from the other few games could not do. So they definitely did come through with that achievement. And if we're looking at stats, I mean, look at Monkey's OBJ time just to start off with. Almost 3 minutes in the points. What?
That's a lot of hard point time. 2 and 56 for his Monkeys. That is a lot of hard point time. Literally, that's a 3-minute mark. He was cooking beans there. Literally, I want to taste that beans. It might be very sweet. Hopefully, hey Monkeys, you know how to cook, or you just went to burn the kitchen? So far, so good. Iconics are going to give us a very, very feeler of a game there. And Aether, well, they fought back. They had a lot of times where you thought maybe, surely this is where they were going to close that gap and get things back on par, potentially get lead. But Unfortunately, ICN didn't let that happen. They never wanted to let that happen. As Hardpoint is going to be theirs. The Hardpoint time did show for itself as well. No player above that 1 minute mark for the side of Aether Esports as they are going to get absolutely kicked out of the Hardpoint. Offset, though, ridiculously close on 54. But still, ICN get the whole thing. It's theirs, no doubt. And now we're going to search and destroy, Kijo. Now we're going to search and destroy. And ICN, well, 2-0. We've seen two 2-0s today. By the way, guys, Aura won the Aura Hexline game. I don't know what its qualifier for S&D exactly was, but Aura did close things off there 2-0. So far on the qualifying stage, day one, the only things we've been seeing is 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Are we going to see another 2-0 here for ICN? I mean, we're going to find out soon, Kijo.
I mean, to be fair, on all of my predictions on the real time website, I did kind of mm, like assume they were going to be 2-0. So, maybe I jinxed it. Maybe I manifested it so that, these teams could end things off early and go to bed happy. But yeah, they're definitely coming in strong, amazing start to the tournament and the games that we have seen so far. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is. This is just day one. These are qualifiers, and no offense to the qualifying teams, but this is not the main thing. This is just like a tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more content to be played, a lot more esports action to come. Come to your screens out here, wherever you're watching YouTube, TikTok, TV, maybe. DSTV? Okay, that's too much, Carl. But yeah, so far so good. So far so good. And Iconics, looking to close things off here on a perfect note, 2-0 for their own very first matchup here. And you thought esports, though, they had a lot of moments where they look like, there's something still to play for. But ultimately, it just wasn't going to be their lucky day. They kept getting shut down, and shut down. And hopefully, S&D might be where they get things, back on par, force map 3. But I've said that twice this evening already, and it never came to pass. So I think I need to stop saying map 3 here, Kijo.
You completely jinxed it the last two times, and the winning teams have ended things on 2-0 so far. So, unless Cal is predicting maybe there's some witchcraft going on behind the scenes, we're possibly going to see another 2-0 here unless Ether wake up and completely change their strategies going into the S&D.
Hopefully they can do something because again they've just not had a good hard point, and hopefully they can be our first team to win S&D. There's a table. I just saw that table. Unfortunately, we are not on the same terms as Jared right now, so we can't really see a lot of things. But yeah, so far so good, Chad. Iconics though, they have had a blast of a game one, map one. Game one, map two now for them. And again, I don't want to jinx it. So may the best team win S&D. And if we see a control, thank God. If we don't, yeah, it is what it is. As we make our way towards our next game eventually. But again, so far, so good. And all of you on the YT, how are you guys doing? If you're watching on YT or TikTok, whatever you're watching this, how are you guys doing? Have you guys had a good day so far as well? Who are you guys voting for S&D, ICN, or A30 Sports? Again, big shout out to our sponsors, ASG, Call of Duty Mobile. Don't forget to go to the YT and leave a sub. Big shout out to ASG, CODM. And yeah, we are about to kickstart things off again. The boys are in the lobby about to get in started. Well, we're just stalling till they press that start button. They are trying to fry eggs in between two maps, Kijo.
Well, they better fry some eggs for us because we're going to be here casting the entire night, and we're kind of stuck without food because production did not sponsor us with food for the night. Very
Yeah.
disappointing. I'm a complain.
Are we surprised? It's Jerry handling production, guys. He never gives us food, man. Never. He's like, guys, even water, man. We don't even get water, guys. It's that bad. But it is what it is, anyways. S&D is going to be on Coastal, guys. S&D is going to be on Coastal. A map info breakout for you guys there. Search and Destroy is going to be on the Coastal map. And from what we're hearing from production, they played the wrong hardpoint map. I don't know why or how that happens, but from what we're hearing from production right now, they played the wrong hardpoint map. So does that mean we have a nullified hardpoint? I don't know what the verdict is for the mods, but a wrong hardpoint map might be a DQ for the room setters, whatever you call it. There, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't know what it's called, Kijo. How did you play the wrong map, Kijo? How?
Well, okay, being like, hosting tournaments and stuff, this is completely understandable. The teams either read something wrong or, maybe they just decided to get a bit lucky and hope no one would notice, but it happens sometimes. So we're all human. I'm not sure if that counts as a DQ for the hosting team, but that is an unfortunate turn of events. They did give us quite a show though.
No, they did. I wouldn't even lie about that. They did. And again, who's the hosting team? It turns out ICN are the hosting team right now. I'm not sure they were the
Oh,
hosts for one point. I think they were. So if it's a DQ, it's a DQ to ICN. And Aether Esports might have just won their very first map. Hopefully not their last. But yeah, hard point done. S&D now. While we wait for the verdicts, we're going to S&D Coastal while we wait for that verdict to come through from the mods and from production. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen, Jack. So far, so good. S&D and Coastal, S&D on Coastal. Black Jesus says now iconic setup. So it might be a dicky for ICN. We're still not sure. We're waiting for what the mods have to go and say. And meanwhile, news flash on the YT stream. PDX have beaten Reborn 2-0 to qualify for the next stage in the qualifying for the African Pro Series. Newsflash for you guys: PDX have won Reborn 2-0. I don't think anybody is surprised. Anyways, it is what it is. But now we are going to ICN Ether Esports Such and Destroy. And as usual, they're taking their time to start the game, aren't they, Kijo?
definitely. And we haven't seen any, of the usual scene that we see in Africa Comp where they go in, check how the map is feeling, throw some ancestral wine, and then come back. Thank God we haven't seen that yet. Touch wood. I do not want to jinx it because that is just going to delay things even further. ICN should just pack things up, head into the next game, hopefully the right map with a smile on their face, and pray for the comeback that they need.
Yeah. I mean, again, I haven't seen the verdict though. The mods haven't said anything on the YT chat, or production hasn't told me anything either in my ear. So it might not be a DQ. There might be a common understanding between the two teams, which I doubt to ever happen because I would not have an understanding with you, man. You said the wrong map. You are getting that DQ, and I lost it. I lost the game by merit. I won the DQ. You know what I'm saying? And normally it should be a DQ. It's against the rule set if you set a wrong map. So it should be a DQ, but the mods haven't said anything. And Jared, as usual, unreasonably quiet. But we're going to S&D, guys. And like you did say, normally they join the lobby, they start the game, they leave the game, put a little wine on the floor. But this time, I think they instead want to pour the wine in the lobby because they are not leaving the lobby, man. They've been in the lobby for the past 6 hours. They don't want to start S&D. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's the wrong map issue they're having. Little talk about that. Hopefully they start the game soon, though. Because, again, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more games come through today. Hopefully, we go and watch one PDX game, maybe one Cyclone game. I don't know, but I want to see those big dogs. So we're looking forward to seeing. But so far, so good. Iconic Esports and ICN have held the battlefield down. And Aether now win S&D and automatically win 2-0 if that was a DQ, hopefully.
We'll have to see what the great mods from above tell us and inform us about the decision that they make. But now heading into the SND on Coastal, hopefully this is the right map, but I guess we'll only know at the end. And yeah, okay. It looks like I did jinx it because now we have a player that left the lobby. My bad, chat.
Why
I
did you
did
bring
not
it
mean
up,
to.
Kijo? Why did you bring it up? Look at they left the lobby. They join and they
I
leave.
didn't
So it's
mean
Kijo, man.
to.
Kijo's always jinxing these things. The Kijo curse in
It
the Big
wasn't
26.
me.
In the Big 26, Kijo? That's crazy, man.
My mistake, guys. I didn't mean it.
Oh yeah. Well, now we wait for them to start the game again. Hopefully they start it as soon as they leave the lobby, though. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that's the case here. But yeah, we are going to wait for them to go and start the game. Hopefully they start that way soon, Kijo.
See, I'm the only female in the lobby, so you can't say that anyone here is spending time on putting their makeup on and things like that. Because these are all guys in the lobby here, I think.
I think they should be all guys. Yeah, they should be all guys, except Jared. Jared's the leading now, guys. Anyways, lobby we said they're still in the lobby, man. They're not starting yet, Kijo.
Well, we will have to wait for them to finish applying their makeup and get completely ready. But yeah, S&D on Coastal, guys, in the
On
chat,
Leaford.
whether you're on TikTok or on YouTube, what are our predictions for the S&D? If you haven't already voted, the poll is still on YouTube for who's going to win, so please put your votes in. It actually looks pretty close right now. 53 think that Iconics are going to win, and 47 think that Ether are going to win. So that's very
Yeah,
close.
that's very respectful both sides. But also, just to call it out, there's no DQ issue now. ICN still have that lead from what we've heard. ASGCODM on the YT confirms there's no DQ. The mods have made their verdict. I don't know how or why. I would normally fight that. But yeah, there's no DQ, guys. And of course, it's going to be ICN still leading the charge towards S&D. And Aether still on the back foot here. Can they find the way back? Can they tie things up on map 2 and potentially force map 3? We are about to find out as we go into Coastal, such an destroyer, Kijo.
Definitely, Iconics are going to head into this game with that momentum and with that positivity of securing the hardpoint win. And we can see that, oh, Ether starting things off over here, taking down Dark Clown with a snipe, first blood to them. And it seems like we have Ether on the planting side, we have Iconics defending, and they're pretty spread out. Only one player on B side there, as you can see from the mini-map, and 4v5 already, while the other two players are holding down A, makes that other one player as Lowy gets another snipe on a member from Iconics, and now we're in a 3v5 here, very early off into the game.
Really off 3v5 now. And Aether have numbers, you know. What are the odds? They have numbers here. So that's a really good thing now for them. They have to now bank on that. Hopefully get the very first round and make that momentum in their favor on their side here. 3v5, Monkey to the top 19 in hand. There's 3 players coming through that stairs. Make that 4 players. He might go big. He might just go big. 4 players. Finds 1. Make that 2. He might get 3. Oh my God. He finds 3 and puts them to sleep. Perfection is the word. And the 4th player falls. Numbers have been flipped. I say 3v1. God.
That was absolutely insane. A complete 3-piece there, almost 4, as the entire Ether team tried to push in, and now Ferrat with only a sniper in hand after they got 3 members from Iconics. If he manages to do this, he still has to pick a bomb, plant it, and it doesn't seem like they're going to show him any mercy, keeping him on head glitches, and he goes down, King Kong sniping him right into the next round as Iconics secure the first round of S&D.
So far, so good. 1-0. I'm still excited from that play there from the man triple kill. That's how we make our way to round 2. 1-0. Aether had a 3v5 and they choked it. I have no idea how we let that happen. That's how we go to round 2. And so far, so good. If you're on the side of Aether Esports, you just have to find a way now to get momentum in your favor, or it's going to get ugly very fast. And now, round 2 kicks in. King Kong looking for kills there. Doesn't get that one. And oh my God, Sunless finds a double for Aether Esports, and look at numbers get flipped out fast. It's 1v4, and Aether might have their very first round here, Kisho. Yep, they do.
Cal absolutely called it there ahead of time, and we equalized very early on in the game. Second round going to Ether. They're still the ones planting for another 4 more rounds, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they definitely managed to equalize things very quickly. Monkey is leading the team here for Iconics with 3 kills in hand, while 2 members are still on 0 kills. But that's the same thing on the side of Ether. Sunless carrying the team strong with 3 kills. Farad now pushing into a bar as he runs away. Not before his teammates back him up there. We're already in a 3v3. Numbers yet again equalized. Glaive gets taken down. 3v3. Teams they're quite level over here.
1-1. Offset finds a kill there, and again 2v3 now. 1K start 19 with a OWC laser in hand. I haven't seen that in a very long time. Gives your sport away. That's not really good. But I mean, he's making his move now. Ferrat might know. Ferrat has no idea. But I think he saw the laser there. I don't think he did. Even other shots are going to get fired, so he might have the information how to give out. Ferrat's still waiting. I hate 1K makes the move in. Does not find the kill. Oh, Ferrat! Sniper perfection, that's the one. He's gonna claim that kill. And King Kong, the last man standing out in a 1v3, sniper in hand. SMG also picked up sniper. There's one. Louis falls. Now it's a 1v3 episode. I think I jinxed it. GG's.
I think every time Cal opens his mouth, Ether gets another round. He's just shitting on Iconics constantly. Maybe you want to see a control game too. I wouldn't be too mad about that. But Iconics still have their win from Hardpoint. They're hoping to seal things off here and follow the pattern, try and keep up with that 2-0 games that we've been having. Ether are still the ones on the slanting side here, as you can see, Iconics are holding down their score, not pushing up too far ahead. Monkey's taking out Offset quickly here, but Glaive taking down King Kong, pushing right into their spawn. Monkey still holding down A-Bomb over here, not alone. And I like this buddy system that Iconic has going on currently.
Yeah, 3v2 now, though. They do have numbers locked in, so hopefully can bring things back on equal terms. And Ferrat, I think I jinxed it there again. Confirms the kill. Monkeys falls. And now, if you're ICN, you have to stop Carl from casting your games because, my God, your S&Ds and Carl doesn't like them. Apparently, he keeps giving Aether the win here. As 2v2 numbers are back in par. Lowy sniper in hand, watching that mid map. Ferrat also pushing up. For the boys from blue on the opposite side of the map here, the bomb has not been picked up by the boys in yellow. Aether, you can't defend it. They know exactly where the bomb is at, so they can't defend that perfectly now. 52 on the clock and counting down. Ferrat over extending here. Low. Sniper's very far away from him. Lowy finds one, legs fall, and one more. Lowy claims a double kill. And Aether are going to get 3 back-to-back rounds. And if you're ICN, you got the very first round, you had things locked in, and somehow Carl has jinxed it for you. 3-1, round 5, here we go.
I think the confidence kind of got to ICN's head over there, and Ether are taking complete advantage of that and Cal's manifestations here in the background. But they won 3 back-to-back rounds. They're still planting, they still have the upper hand, and they're playing such a careful game. I almost thought I was lagging at one point because the players were just not moving, but they're just playing it so passive, really watching their angles, playing off the trades quite simply. Offset the first note to fall. Lowy with his sniper in hand, managing to take down Monkeys. That's a vital kill here early on in the round. 4v4 now, numbers are quite equal and still over a minute left on the clock to time.
Yeah, 3-1. 4v4 number 5 up. I have to give a big shout out to Watch Party host though, Die Hard. Called them on TikTok. Big shout out to you, man. He's watch party in the event, and he's literally the only guy that watch parties almost every single game of every single event out there. So Die Hard, take your flowers, take your roses. Big shout out to you. As now, no, wait, it's a 4v5 in literal number count because one player has now left for Iconics, and Aether is what might be seen on map 3, Akijo.
Absolutely, we can see one player's dropped from Iconics. I'm not sure if that was what is holding them back these past few rounds, but it's definitely going to make things a bit more difficult here for Iconics. We have a 2v4 on hand. Bomb is still with them, and Ether are quietly going to plant the bomb. It seems like they've taken down one more player here from Iconics. Ferrat with his deadly sniper in hand and a headshot nonetheless. And now a 1v4 here. Bomb is going down on the A site as well. All the players here from Ether are going to hold it down, and they're on the hunt for one more player, pushing in from A wine side as he is about to get taken down. And Ether are just turning the tables here.
I mean, 4-1, Kijo. Who would have thought? 4 back-to-back rounds, and I don't even know where to start from here. We saw ICN start the S&D so well. They got the very first round. They looked like, oh my God, surely another day in the market for them here. So Aether say, not today, guys. Pause, chill, as they are now going to get 4 back-to-back rounds. 4v5 again. As round 6 kickstarts off. And if you're Aether, you're looking very good for a map 3 force, and maybe with a full reverse shift here, because ICN now seems to be struggling. Glaive finds the first kill, but response coming through as they find a double on their side. And now numbers again, 3v3, tied up, sniper, bomb going down already for them. Aether very fast gone. And their last attacking one for now. But look at that number going down again. Sunless goes down to the V2. The single pixel would have done that. Sniper backs it down though. Mind you, the bomb has already gotten down. Sees him, confirmed the kill. Might get double. The answer is no. And one final player, Glaive. Can he put the next though?
Absolutely, he takes on King Kong ever so quickly, and I just him and Ojin him he manages to get that 2-piece and secure the 5th back-to-back round for Ether. This is the comeback that we wanted to see.
I mean, comeback, full on sweep, shut down. Was the word? I don't even have the proper words to use at this moment in time. As Aether have been truly brilliant here, and 5-1 is where we currently are. So we go to round 7 now. Glaive with the 4-kill mark. 4v5, mind you, nonetheless. Do not forget that there's a plant, the bomb in hand. Sides haven't flipped now, and ICN are going to have their very first attacking round. And for the first time, we're going to see Aether on defense, and they need 2 more rounds to close things off and complete a full-on 7 back-to-back round win here on Satch and Destroy Coastal. And well, if you're ICN, that's not a storyline you thought you'd see when you finished Hardpoint going into S&D. And 4v5 still, nobody has fallen in this one yet, John.
And Glaive the first to fall, absolutely equalizing the numbers over here. Monkey's managing to drop him, bringing it down to a 4v4. So at least it's level playing field now. Monkey's still fighting things off here, but his teammate comes to help him take down Noe, and now we're in a 4v3. Again, we're starting off the round very slow, even though Iconics are now the ones planting. So hopefully things work out in their favor.
3 things, dude. So for the 4v3 numbers are not in favor of Aether this time around. Plant comes to you now. Him. By the way, that's an irrelevant name, guys. Trying to find the kill here. King Kong finds one. Sniper clean. Sunless falls. Ferrat takes one there as well. The back and forth are going to be epic once again. And 3v2, the bomb already has been put down. So Aether, you've got to get a diffuser. You don't have numbers. How do you make it work? Him finds that man. XM4, heat markers. I'll find the kill. The chase might be on, but he's not going to come into that one. Ferret now comes through. Might be lucky. Oh, he's going to get put down there. And both players fall. Nice. Claims a double kill. And just like that, they finally get around and they finally start to get a little bit of life. 2-5 as we now make our way to around 8 here.
This is looking a bit dangerous here. Iconics are making their comeback, and with a 4-man team, nonetheless. We can see someone in the YouTube chat really asked if we're sure this is ICN. Guys, if you're playing a 4-man team, come on, be nice to them. Right? Everyone's just having a bad day. Ether started off the game really strong. Iconics are now the ones planting, and Ether holding down both the bomb sites really well. Again, they're not pushing, but it seems like Iconics are going for a full B push here. The entire team watching each other's backs, hopefully, as they're about to push in. Only 1.5 members from Ether holding down the B bomb site. Seems that they're pretty spread out, and the attack is about to begin. We're already on round 8 here, guys, and Ether is still holding their pretty strong lead.
What to play for? Look at those straights come through. Clean work. 2v4. Numbers now looking for the boys in yellow. Like that 2v3. I jinxed it once again, didn't I? Candy find it. The bomb plan comes to you by him. By the way, that name is so funny to pronounce. I'm going to call him for now. 3v2. Aether Esports do have numbers. Iconics don't. But they have put that bomb down, so hopefully they can make that work now in their favor. 31 on the clock and counting down very fast. Nate's going to get thrown. Flashbangs also get thrown. But no, he found him. And the double there. Lowy claims out one. Now he's the last man standing and no hope whatsoever as he's going to get absolutely annihilated. The free defuse now by Sunless and 2-6, 6-2. That's where we are. And if you're Aether Esports, one more round from forcing them up 3 and maybe starting a reverse sweep now.
Absolutely. We can see Ether really have built up a momentum. They've changed their strategies and they did not come to play. And things were just looking down for Iconics from the beginning. You know, as soon as they lost their 5th team member, it completely shattered their hearts, and that they just kept losing rounds after that. We're at match point here for Ether, and they seem to be holding it down. They're sticking with their strategies, spread out and holding the necessary angles. And Iconics once again going for a B push. Hopefully this time they are a bit more successful when it comes to pushing in. It's almost like they're scared. Like they're just going to die as soon as they peek that corner. Monkey's dropping as well. So Lowy, both these members went down with a snipe. Offset taking down Lyrics, and now King Kong, the last man standing, left to touch against an entire team. Shots from the back as he gets taken down, and Ether secure the win for S&D.
7-2 is your scoreline, and Ether Sports are going to be the champions now, partnering a map 3, and our very first map 3 of the evening, guys. We've had 2-0s all the way, And Aether say, no, not on this one. We are going to find a way to force map 3. After a very disappointing hardpoint loss, they found a way in S&D. They used as you'd call it black magic, and they forced our ICN to lose a player. And S&D is just theirs on Coastal. As now we're going to be seeing a map 3 for the very first time, teacher. I'm very sure you're happy about that, aren't you?
I am ecstatic. I can't wait to see Control. But I really don't know who's going to win. Like I can't predict it. I'm sure the people in chat, we can put up another poll and the viewers can vote on who they think is going to win Control. But judging from the stats here and the stats that we had in Hardpoint, it's really difficult to predict.
Very actually, yeah. I would even we saw hard point total wild there by ICN. S&D now quite the opposite. 8 total wipeout of ICN this time. So I'm just like wondering what control's going to look like here. Hopefully not too one sided. Maybe a 3-2, 3-1 kind of thing. But right now, if you're ICN, you have to sit up. You're the better respawn team, apparently, because you won a hard point there by a mile. Can you not bring that same energy and control and win it? Because the respawn map as well, the map is also going to be very, heavily important here. As again, we look at those stats. Sunless on the 8 kill mark, 8 for Ferrat as well. Those 2 players. Ferrat Sniper was absolutely fantabulous. That's what I want to go and use. But, instead of ICN, just one player short, not able to find their footing eventually. And Aether are going to force map 3 now in control. Hopefully, we get to see a close control.
Hopefully, close indeed. We do not want to see another one-sided respawn like we did see for the hardpoint game where Iconics completely dominated against Aether and then Aether with the comeback that they needed. So yeah, definitely. I'm not going to give any predictions, but like Cal said, maybe a 3-2, maybe a 3-1 in favor of I don't know who. I will leave that up to you guys up to decide with the polls that is in the chat. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to it, definitely. And Control, it's going to be on Raid. Control is going to be happening on Raid, guys. So we're looking forward to seeing what that's going to look like. I haven't seen Raid in a very long time, I think. One of my favorite maps to go and cast. Not really play though, but cast, yes. It's a very, very OG map, and one of the first maps we actually saw Control get introduced on. So very sure the players are very familiar with Control on Raid, and hopefully, both sides give us a show worth actually watching and casting here. And again, they're about to get the game started. It's Aether Esports winning S&D. Iconics back in hard point. As we now make our way to a map 3 for the decider and the tiebreaker. Who's going to clear it and who's going to qualify for the next round in the qualifiers? Yeah, remember, if you lose, you're out. There's not lower brackets. If you lose, you're going home. You're going to Kijo's house to discuss how to make money legally or illegally, Chad. But yep, we are about to get Control started. And Kijo, I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit. What do you think is going to win Control?
I am not picking a side, and how dare you drag my name into this? I make money legally. Thank you very much. But if anyone would like to illegally send me money, I would not be against that.
Of course. We believe in no doubt. We believe you full time there. But yep, now we're looking forward to seeing what's going to go and happen here. And it's Control. I want to see what you guys on the chat say. I'm going to check the ASG TikTok right now. So I want to, you guys tell me what you guys, there is a massive delay on the stream, by the way. I think it's 30-second delay there. So you guys are going to hear me a lot later. But you guys let me know on the stream who you think is going to be winning the games here for Control. Is it going to be Aether to qualify for the next round? Or is it going to be Summer ICN against all odds, from what we just saw on S&D to go and qualify for the next round in the qualifiers for the African Pro Series Day 1? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat on TikTok, on YT as well. I'm going to be checking all the chats here. So whatever you guys think, let us, the casters, know. And we are going to give, giving your comments a big shout out. But again, the players are in the lobby and they are doing a little bit of a ritual before they start the next map, Kijo.
They're saying a prayer indeed. And I think they're just sorting out a quick substitution, getting things in check, making sure everyone has the right loadouts, etc., etc. Thank God we haven't had any loadout DQs. These are professionals that are playing here. We're not gonna accept a wrong attachment or a wrong gun. Like, we're too grown for that. We're adults now. Come on, don't bring this T3 nonsense here, please. But speaking of I'm speaking to the hardpoint shipment warriors.
I see. I haven't really seen a lot of comments, from you guys though. What do you guys think? Is this on YouTube? Ice King on Die Hard stream asking this on YouTube. Yeah, it is on YouTube. The ASG TikTok as well. I can't see you guys comment. Why aren't you guys typing anything? You guys don't have any sides. They are staying neutral. Nobody wants to pick sides. Yeah, they don't think anyone's going to win the game. Maybe they think it's going to be a dicky with both sides. Well, check the YT as well. And a lot of ethers on the chat. And there's only one ICN. That's Nasi saying, I'm checking ICN. And there's a lot of ethers. Dandy says ether. Zillion says ether. Lowy says ether. Lowy, you're an ether player. Shut up, bro. But anyways, we're about to get the game started here, Kijo. Let's go.
Louis in chat coming to show his support, and we can see that Knock as well is backing ICN. He seems to be the only one who is backing them. Hopefully he'll sponsor us with some KFC if we get our predictions right. And if you guys haven't, you can still leave your predictions before we head straight into the Control on Raid. Classic map, absolutely love it. I love coaching it, I hate playing it. But yeah, we're heading straight into that. As before, Iconics on the blue side and Ether on the yellow. And it seems like Iconics are going to be holding it down. They're going to be defending for the first round. And Ether are going to be capturing. They've already set their sights on both A and B, but it seems like they're targeting A first. One pick already captured, and lives are 28 for 28.
Yeah, nice deploy. The A-flag capture though. One tick locked in, about to make that two. King Kong push back all the way to their spawn, trying to keep them back there. Finds one, make that double. I think they're there, then I confirms the double now. The VMP doing wonders as usual. The US is not got a major nerf, but the VMP is still quite meta. So if you're like me who cannot let go of the USS9, I think you should try out the VMP. It's a really good SMG, by the way. But I don't have the mythic, so I will use my mythic USS9, guys. Doesn't matter. 22 and 23 is the lives are. And the A flag, one tick locked in. B flag as well. We're about to get one tick locked in now. A flag trying to get a split capture here. Hopefully it works out. And so far, it looks like it is working out because they have one tick in A, one tick in B. Lives are in their favor. And if you're ICN, you're starting things off very slow here now.
This is an incredible strategy. They're capturing both A and B at the same time, and it almost seems like ICN doesn't know which to hold down. They don't know which to protect. They're losing lives here. We're already at 12 for 21, and A flag is literally almost captured. ICN need to get them off. They need to reduce that time on A, but Ether are not going down without a fight. They're really showing an amazing comeback here for respawns, considering how the hardpoint ended. Ether pushing straight into iconic spawns right now, while Larry's team in with his USS9 holding down Money. He gets taken down. Sunder's pushing into Money now, hopefully trying to make his way onto A, and Iconics are looking scattered. They are panicked. They don't know what to do. 7 for 17, a 10 kill lead. I stand corrected. 3 for 60. I'm gonna just shut up now.
Yeah, you might as well keep quiet there, Joe, because A flag is done, and Aether Esports somehow, against every odd in the notebooks, have won the very first round of Control here by a freaking mile. 17 lives to nil. Makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know how that happened. We saw this one hardpoint. It was literally an ICN show house. They dominated. They annihilated the boys in yellow there. But finally, Aether find a way to absolutely show that they have what it takes to, go head-to-head against ICN. And not just head-to-head, they have what it takes to annihilate them as they've won the very first round. Now, round 2 kicks off, and Sight are going to get flipped out. They are now defending, and now ICN are going to be on the attack. They don't go for A here. No spin capture whatsoever as they go all out at B. One tick locked in. Make that double. King Kong finding value on that kill feed, and back and forth change coming through. The life still there for Aether by 1, but the flag capture on B about to happen for the boys here.
B flag completely captured, and the lives are still neck and neck. 25 for 25. Make that 25 for 24 as ICN take the lead. They seem to be knowing what they seem to know what they're doing when it comes to attacking, but defending is not looking good. Trying to break into their spawn here, but Glaive holding it down for Ether as he gets taken down by King Kong, dropping the lives. 22 for 23. We've got a bit of a spawn trap here, as you can see from the mini-map. King Kong, player number 3, going to try and hold it down. But the kill feed looking yellow for now as ICN numbers continue to drop. A flag, nothing is captured at this point. It's just contested. It is being held down here by Ether. They do not want to lose this.
So far, so good. B flag already has been lost to them, so if you're Ether now, the A flag is all that's left for you to go and defend. Can you defend it now? We saw round 1 perfectly for the word. Hoping they can do that again. Equalizer now going to play here for Ogene team. Again, I'm going to call him for now, guys. Him with him and looking for kills. Finds the very first one there. Can they now make it work? Make it a double. The man is still going. The A-flag capture might come through with the man there. On money, ruin to get the backstab. Lowy falls. King Kong puts him down. A-flag about to get that one tick fully locked in. They have 2 more ticks and it's going to be theirs. Time on the clock. 1:21. A lot of time still. Can they still find the way back now? Before the poison blue, you've got to make sure this is your round and go to round 3 with things back on par. A-flag. 2 ticks now locked in. That clown. And he pops out. Him there. And they might get the capture. Not a single shot of yellow anywhere near. And so far, so freaking good. The boys in blue about to get things back on forehand. Now they freaking do. ICN are so back, and Aether are going to drop that round as we make our way to round 3 now, Joe.
We saw a similar equalizer when it came to the beginning of SND, so I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but 1-1 for both these teams, and now ICN are back to defending. Aether are back to attacking, or capturing rather. Let's see if they're going to use the same strategy, or if they're all going to push. Well, it seems like they're pushing the B flag here. King Kong trying to take down Lowy in mid as he tries to make, but B flag 1 tick already captured. 27-29, 26-29 as ICN are losing numbers early once again.
Nice, so good. I hate monkeys and it is kill mark on the highest level for sure. 15 here for his brother King Kong. For her, you hate monkey when you're playing with King Kong. That is crazy work there, no doubt. But so far, 23 and 25. Lives are very much close. B flag, 2 ticks locked in. 4 the boys for Aether Esports and 1 more tick to go to make it theirs. And so far, the other side of ICN though, we've had a perfect round 2, round 3 now. Lives are very much close. Can still be yours. Him might find the kill. King Kong goes for your spawn. He's not going to find the value. Lowy sniper, professional, claims that kill. 1 machine popped out for the man of Sunless, but not able to get a lot of value. Only found 1, 20 and 21. The split capture again coming through. 1 tick locked in on A there, 2 on B. And well, ICN are making sure they don't get any full captures whatsoever. As time on the clock now, 54 and counting down very fast, Joe.
And the lives are looking quite neck and neck, down to 18-18. 3rd tick about to be captured on the B flag. If I were Iconic, I'd give up, hold down A with everything that you've got. You can see some score streaks being put out into play over here. And Iconics just need to hold it down. The lives are neck and neck. You know, they're doing well so far. And Aether are giving them a challenge. They are definitely pushing them to their absolute limits. Lives are 16 for 12. Now only 1 tick captured on the A flag. We have Monkeys holding it down. We have him holding it down as well. Dark Clown being absolutely brave, pushing right into their spawn. Manages to get a 2-piece here. Almost a 3. So Punky jumps down from top bedroom, absolutely crushing him and putting him right back into respawns. 14 for 8 now as we head into possibly the I'm waiting for them to start capturing. No one wants to capture anything.
14-16 here, Joey. Lives are very much in ICN's favour. The watching here dropping lives like flies here. King Kong, 21 kill mark, SMG hat looking for value. He's not going to find it though. Very good angle being held. 4 more lives, and they might have lost the whole thing. Was that a walk-in? That was the wall bang. I take that back. He didn't get the kill though. Man, I can back that down. But 3 more lives still. And if you're a member of the Aether Esports team, you started control so perfectly well. You got the first round, did it in style. And right now, there's been a response coming through from Iconics, and it's been quite devastating. It's 10v3 though. They're still fighting back here, but 26 on the clock now, 4 time. And if you're the voice in blue, you can still make this yours for sure. It's 10v1, 1 final player with this nightmare watch. The last man standing complete the mission. How can he make it come through? 1v10, make that a 1v9. He's got to go up against 9 players single-handedly with a USS 9 and some punching gloves. Hopefully, can he make it work, Peter? Oh, I don't know, hyping him for nothing. Of course.
It seems that Cal's manifesting for ICN to win. He's completely given up on Aether. He gave them all the luck for the SND. They took it, they tried to marinate it, and now it's just not working. ICN with the well-deserved comeback that they needed, but obviously I don't want to jinx it. It's still early on. It's 2-1. It's match point. It's series point here for both. For Iconics as they are onto capturing for the first round of control, and Aether is going to be defending.
Here we go. Sorry, fast, sorry, good. The colonizer comes through, the Annie comes through, the EMP are swore in hand for boys and players. They are invested everything they have in their arsenal. Annie still there, the colonizer falls, Annie almost gets a double, doesn't get that one. Dark Cloud, drone pop cloud might be able to get that. The flag capture already happened. As now we make our way towards A and Aether, being kept in a spawn trap as his total annihilation now coming through for the boys in blue. So far, so not good. Iconics, this is the A game, it's the A moment to be iconic fully as it's all blue on that kill for Aether. Can find a way out of the spawn trap. France finds one, he's gonna get put down there. So let's come to play, takes not learns. And now they're in a very bad spot. The Brett there, not gonna find a single value war machine for Sunless. Might be able to do a little bit of damage there. 24 v12, double the life now for the boys in blue. And destruction is what we are currently watching. Can Aether find a way back? Oh, the answer might be there, but Sunless finds another kill. No! Sunless with the triple! War mission clean. Brett finds a double, and he says it is not over till I say so. And the defense is on. I hate Monkeys finds a double Brett as well. 18v9, 18v8 now. So far, back and forth. Both teams are throwing punches, throws got Brett skills, throwing conflict. Nobody wants to let it go. But 17v5 is the high hand game.
That was absolute cinema just watching that. 16 for 3 kill, 1 pick on the A flag, captured 14 for 2. Glaive now with his death machine out trying to make a comeback as he gets taken out. Punky, the last man standing on the side for Ether. That was match point for Iconics and they just wanted to get this over and done with. They are tired. They were very, very tired. King Kong stealing the deal here for Iconics. They managed to take the win for Control, and maybe just respawns is their thing, you know. Maybe they just had a tough time on S&D, but respawns they definitely dominated.
3-1, chat. 3-1. That's it. 3 back-to-back rounds on the Control here. We saw the same thing happen in, Search and Destroy, where Iconics got a very fast round, and we saw Ether just go and win the whole thing with 6 back-to-back rounds. They let ICN get one more, then they closed things off 7-2. But this time, they didn't even let Ether get one more in between. They got the first round, Ether is wanting control, and ICN said, okay, fine, it's our turn, as they go and get 3 back-to-back rounds to close things off, and 3-1 is your final scoreline for the Control, and 2-1 map series here as Aether Esports unfortunately are going to get eliminated from the qualifiers and Iconics are through to the next round. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here, Kijo. Beautiful stuff.
Absolutely incredible. That Control was definitely worth it. I'm so glad that we got a chance to at least witness one for the night. Just one. That's all we needed. And if we do get a chance to take a look at the stats, we can see that King Kong almost dropping a 30 bomb. That's like an entire round. That's almost an entire round. 30 kills just from him. And his teammates definitely didn't make him do all the work on his own. They were not far behind. 19 kills from 3 of the players on the side of Iconic. So they definitely backed him up. But Sunless, though, on the side of Ether, 26 kills from him. You know what? He was him in that entire game. He's the MVP in my eyes.
Again, clean work here, Kijo. This is a beautiful game in my opinion. Again, yeah, I do agree with that Sunless verdict that the man's war mission, the prayer, that final round, he was going all out, but unfortunately just not going to be their lucky thing. And King Kong and I hate Monkeys, these two people that should not be on the same team, but they are on the same team somehow. They are going to, claim the victory here, and they are through the next one. I also just got word from production there is a lower bracket. My apologies there, Chad, for the wrong information. There is a lower bracket, fortunately. So Aether are not out. They are now down to the lower bracket. They have a chance to fight it back up. But again, big shout out to our sponsors, ESG Call of Duty Mobile. Thank you guys for sponsoring this event. Big shout out to all of you that are watching the stream, no doubt. And of course, big shout out to Die Hard, our watch party host. Big shout out to Die Hard. But yeah, we are going to be going on a break before our next game. We've had a very wonderful run of events so far, so good. And before we go, Kija, do you have anything to go and ask these guys to do? Give them a task before our next game.
You want me to give them homework? Okay, guys, we'll find out we're casting for the next game because we don't know. So
we don't even know. Yeah, so you guys go find out. Find out.
Find out and tell us. And also, please make sure to predict when we ask you. Engage with us, guys. We're here to talk to you. You know.
I know, right? Yeah, guys, you guys heard it from the Queen's mouth. So you guys predict when we ask you guys, and of course, go and find out our next game. That's your assignment. Whoever gets it is going to get $1,000 from Jerry. Now, Jerry, talk about me, bro. But anyways, guys, we are going to go on a very short break, and when we come back, it's going to be our next game of the evening, our game four. So. explosive. Okay, guys, we're back. We are back. We are back. And of course, it's much harder gaming this time around versus Trinity. I don't think this is our first T1 battles of the day. T1 versus T1, I think, So let's get things started, guys. It's going to be hotter than slums where Jay leaves. Unfortunately, that's what we're having to slums. But anyways, we are getting the party started. And what have you guys been up to, though? What do you guys think is good? There's right? So I don't know what's going to score right now. 83 votes in, and everybody's voting much harder. 61% of the votes is empty, Joe.
That is absolutely insane. We can see that people are definitely favoring Massage Gaming with the reputation that they've built for themselves. And who can blame them? They're absolutely dominating in T1 as well. As you can see, they're not letting Trinity anywhere near the hard pointer on T1. 41 seconds already for Massada side, and we're entering into scrap time. The Verifaz rotating on P2. Spawn for P2 absolutely important here on this map, because if anyone gets behind you, you're absolutely cooked. And it seems like Massada Gaming completely got the entire first T1. They left the last 2 seconds for charity, it seems, but 55-0 in favor of Massada.
Hardpoint is ours.
I don't know what the scoreline looks like, but now I see why everybody's voting for them. 61% is in favor of MSH, and you can then see why. 63-0, as P2 has been there, so we are just, that was almost a full 6 P1, and P2 as well right now, they're looking to get a full 6. Trinity can't even make their way through the hard point doors. How much more guess of hard point time? This is not looking good at all whatsoever, as they are about 100 little park. And yeah, sorry I said T1.
This is looking more like T1 versus T3. I'm not sure what's going on with Trinity here at this point. They're finally making their way onto the scoreboard, but they have a massive lead. True catch up to 83 for 10. And Nasrada are just having to show that, they're not here to stay. They're here to dominate. Stormy now with a 4-piece, make that a 5 with his War Machine on the board, absolutely clearing out the point here, heading into scrap time, as now Trinity owning extremely late onto T2 to get those last few valuable seconds. We're going to rotate now onto T3 side, and Nasrada have, well, as you can guess, they've already set a point. They're holding it down, and their anchoring work is completely incredible here. They really put in the hours of training and dedication, and Trinity are just the unlucky team that has to verse them, and they can't even see anything now through all the smoke. Trinity are going in blind.
104 12. At least they finally get above 1. Finally got above 1. That's something. 110 against 12. So far, so good. MS is just dominating, guys. It's not looking good at all. If you're a Trinity fan right now, you're hoping some sort of resolution whatsoever, but it's not looking like as Masters that Esports just clearly outplayed Trinity Esports right now. And they have the harder point time locked in. It's 129 and counting here. P3 has been there, so they're about to go P4. Literally not as good pass there right now. No esports whatsoever. This is a training camp right now, bro.
I don't even think this is a training lobby. They probably think that this is a bot lobby. I mean, come on, 140 for 12. Why are they even in the point right now? Like, what's the point, guys? Trinity still fighting back for it. They're trying to make their way in. Adoma now holding down P4 with the help of his teammates. And I'm not sure if they're trying for a comeback. Maybe MSH are holding back. Stops trying to push into points. He gets taken down. Squid gets taken down as well, but not now with the Sparrow in hand, getting a 2-piece before he gets taken down, along with Liquid and Stormy. Adoma coming in with a very strong 3-piece over there, managing to take down some valuable players. Squid with the 2-piece of his own, and Knock with a grenade kill against Trinity 911. That's a bit ironic, if I do say so myself. Seems like Massad are holding down the points now, and Trinity once again struggling to get back in.
I mean, finally they're able to get a little bit of like a footing in their favour, because they're both 30 now, 37 and counting, so I think they start to get a little bit of lifeline there, but still, MSs are looking a lot better, much harder, are looking a lot better. Storm finding a double there. I think it's Stormy, somebody, guys, not just Stormy, man. Yeah, clean work. And so far, so good, though. 160-39. Now we'll go into that next step once again. Who's going to get there first? The answer is going to be the voice of previous. We always retreat first. The gunfighter in their favour. The map position is in their favour as well. Literally everything right now shows you why they're T1. And if you're Trinity Esports, you're like true. I called them T1 for, the August of T1 orb wasn't T1 orb. But I don't think right now the roster they have is a T1 because, my God, they are getting dismantled in every way possible by MSH. But they're still fighting back. That's the important thing. They're still throwing back punches there. Even though they're not hitting, they're like hitting punches. It's 183 and 39 is the scoreline. MSH keep closing into that 200 market.
Absolutely, you can see them closing in indeed, not holding down T1 over here before he gets taken down by Adoma. Liquid's coming in with a revenge kill from the back, and you can see a lot of score streaks in play. The operators were already out and they're keeping it. They're holding on to it for P2 as MSH lost that 200 point mark. Trinity left on below 40. This is, I can't even say, this is humiliating. I would delete the game at this point if I saw I was going up against MSH.
I don't know what to go and say about that, but I mean, to be fair, if you're choosing and having a very bad day, okay, as the operators give it 5 operators at the same time, and we are decimating the side of, come on, guys, Trinity right now are just having a bad day in the market. As MSA are going to absolutely annihilate them, not Sparrow finding the value of the value still, and now just 30 more points, less than 20 right now to go close and drop in the very first market and hard point. And Slums, so it looks like it's MSH's favorite mark because, my God, Trinity haven't been able to find absolutely no value whatsoever. Almost a 200 point gap, literally almost a 200 point gap. Now it says a 200 point gap, and this is so not good, TJ. This is where we close the cost.
I mean, definitely, they're going to close the game off here, and as we said that, we jinxed things completely for Trinity. There was no hope left in Slums for them. 250 to 39. That, oh my God, that's worse than the first game that we witnessed. That was below 100. This is below 50. Oh my God. I expected so much better.
When I saw the teams that were playing the next game, I said, oh my God, surely finally some close game, 250-249 kind of thing, 2 T1 teams, and I think I got my hand. I think I spoke to you there and I jinxed it again, but clean back here for Mashada Gaming as they are going to absolutely destroy, decimate, annihilate the side of Trinity Esports. It's going to be their own day and their map Slums. But yeah, that's it. And we're going to S&D. I don't even know what to predict anymore. Normally I'd say, they need to win S&D, force them map 3. I don't even see it right now, Kijo.
I'm at a loss for words. The only good thing I can say is that Adoma from the side of Trinity was the only player to hit 20 kills. That's a bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. The players from MSH, we expected them to show up and show out. They did that. Knock, the only player above the 30 kill mark, as well as 1 minute and 36 seconds in the OBJ. Absolutely incredible, carrying his team. The rest of them not too far behind. But, I mean, going up against a team like Trinity, I did not expect that from them. I'm a bit disappointed.
Yeah, I actually am. I wouldn't lie. But again, I need to give a big shout out to one of our watch party hosts, not Die Hard. It turns out up against Seb and Mommy Witch are also watch partying. So big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to you and your viewers watch partying. There's big shout out to Mommy Witch. Big shout out to Seb. I just saw that on TikTok. Thank you for the watch party. And of course, big shout out to our sponsors. Our sponsors say thank you as well to all our watch party hosts, Die Hard, Mommy Witch, and Seb. Thank you guys so much. As now we're going into Search and Destroy, and Mashada Gaming they've matched Trinity so hard that I don't know if they have what it takes now to play S&D here. It's gonna be S&D on Kurohana Metropolis. It was a beautiful map and call them according to Eugene Abu Dhabi. Now we kickstart things off, Kijo. Who do you have here? Just stay neutral. I know.
I'm not going to pick a side. Last time I did that, we saw what happened, and he made a complete comeback against ICN. So let's just leave it up to the players. And I mean, I agree with Abu Dhabi at that point. Kurahana is my favorite map to play S&D. I don't know, my unpopular opinion.
I'm it's trouble. I say that. I say it's a pretty map. He says not. So I let's say he said that, kind of fun. But anyways, we are going into Kurohana Metropolis here, the most beautiful map in Kodam. It's got the neon colored lights. It's beautiful to go and see a lot of times. And well, if you're Trinity right now, I don't know what exactly what words you're going to need for motivation because after the hard point there, man, you are going to need to come out of a very horrible place if you want to force a map 3 here. It's going to have to be a hard work, determination, discipline, and not every single good word you have to give it to them. Even prayers as well. Send prayers up and blessing get sent down, hopefully. But right now, Marsh Harder Gaming looking a lot better, among the two sides here. And there's a poll on the white team right now that just popped up. Who wins S&D? Trinity 911 or Mashhada Gaming, guys. You guys go and predict there on the YT, and you guys let me know as we kickstart things off again. 7 seconds counting down on that clock. Hopefully they don't leave the lobby and pour wine for the ancestors. I think they're not going to do that as they now kickstart things off.
Starting off strong and no ancestral wine needed because there's a lot of neon lights here. We don't want to mess with the electricity, I beg. But we're going to start things off strong. Trinity are going to be planting for our first 6 rounds, and MSH going to be defending and defending pretty well. Stormy taking down Chinese guy, Claps with a nade before Squid and Liquid drop. Claps with a quick 2-piece there as revenge before he gets taken down. And we started off with S&D quite strong, 2v1 here. Knock and Stormy the only 2 alive, both with snipers in hand, up against Kaimi, if I'm saying that correctly, but just one player here from Trinity, USS9 in hand against 2 snipers.
Kaima. I can't pronounce that name. Kania. I don't know how you write that, but again, the last player is down in the 1v2. You see one player. The chase might be on. He's not going to confirm that kill somehow. Now he 1v1. Stormy. And if he gets given out, Stormy confirms the kill, and that's it. Marshall are going to get the very first round locked in. Sachin Destroyer and Kurana is going to be their playground. It's now make our way to round 2. The boys at Blue, they've won a hard point. They might as well close things off here.
I mean, if Cal was predicting it, it might be right. I hope he didn't jinx it because watching control between these 2 teams is going to be absolute torture. You can see that the side of Trinity we are going for a full A push before they get taken out. Stormy dropping Liquid with the 2-piece with his shotgun in it. Squid with the 3-piece.
Damn!
Oh my goodness. That was... You know what, they ordered, they got served, and they ate that up. That was insane. A 2-piece and a 3-piece. Liquid and Squid, maybe, the duo that we needed to see.
I mean, it's the 7-0 would not be bad for our last game of the evening, I think. 7-0 would not be bad at all for our last game of the evening, but I mean, I'm not saying it should happen. Trinity, you can't afford to let that happen, hopefully, But if you're much harder, though, you are looking to make that happen. It's now we go to around 3, and the boys in blue so far so good. They're dominating this one, aren't they? Kaimi through that mid bar, trying to get a kill there. The SMG in hand, but no value ultimately found. 2 and nil still. A 5v5. Snipers have not done any of their work in this round. As both sides are going to play very quiet, very safe, very friendly. No nuclear bombs being tossed out yet. It's now 2-0, and round 3 still very slow, Joe. I think I jinxed it.
You jinxed it indeed. Liquid dropping, Stormy dropping as well. Hack dropping from the side of Trinity, and now we're already in a 3v4. Bomb is being planted as Squid tries to even the numbers here back down to a 3v3. Knock still with no kills on the board. Someone please check up on him. And now, oh my goodness, Squid and Knock dropping one after the other. Claps left in a 1v3, so has to defuse the bomb as well. Can he connect any of those shots? It seems like we're just shooting blanks here for MSH. Jump through the window now as Katsu comes through and claps him with a shotgun. That was wild.
I mean, what better way to end that round, than shutting the man down with a one-tap weapon there. And of course, finally, we see them, get a little bit of life. Trinity 911 are going to get that one round. Hopefully, it can be the start of something good now for them. 4th map 3. Maybe I'm picking too fast again. 2-1. 1-4 now loads in, and the boys in blue so far. Stormy with the very first kill. Sniper takes out the Doma. Now the 5v4. Stormy finds a double. Stormy relax. It's just a game. And Squid finds one as well for added value. Squid might get a double here. The SMG, the DMP, Brent spray. But Amy claims a double. Takes the 2 star players down. Liquid by the trade there. And say 3v1. The final player falls. And 3-1 in the scoreline as we now make our way to around 5.
3-1 indeed. Seems like MFH are not taking that 1-round loss lightly and not finally getting onto the kill feed with his first kill. It seems like Hack is the only player now on a quick little donut over there. Can he make a name for himself? seems like Trinity are pushing towards that favorite B side again, where they're going to miss with smoke and nades coming through from MSH side. Squid taking down Katsu, Hack trying to peek here and not pushing up on him. He's going to get shot from the back as Hack finally enters the game with his first kill. 4v4 here now, as things are playing out quite smoothly.
Yeah, no doubt. 3-1 is where we currently are. So far, so good. Again, if you're the voice in Liu, you have the lead locked in, but Chinese guy takes out claps. Nice clapping up chicks there. 3v3 liquor sticks, one down as well for a trade. Numbers are just going back all the way through. Squid says the man. VMP does not fail him. The slide back in like Michael Jackson to claim that kill with the trade finds him as well. He's going to get put down there. 2v1. The last one, Son really hacks. Can he get the kill? Finds one to 1v1. I just call him hacks, but he's hack. I might as well call him hacks though. 1v1 now for the man. Can he find any value whatsoever? Can he clutch it now for them to make the 3-2? Or are we just going to see MSH continue to dominate this one and make it 4-1? Now they both might. This is the micro spots here. Hack, check your freaking corners! Shotgun puts him down. 4-1. Charter Gaming have the lead family locked in here.
Liquids was waiting there with so much patience. And I mean, it was worth it in the end. You have to check your corners. Kurahana is that map where you have so many different hiding spots. You can literally hide anywhere. Corners are such an important thing that you cannot overlook. And it seems like Tennessee, for their last planting round, their last attacking round, they're going full on A. They're going up against a knock over here. Claps manages to take down Adoma before Kaimi takes him out. Evening the playing field once again. Liquid's taking out Kasu with his shotgun in hand. Squid and Stormy both with kills on the board now as well. And a 1v4 quickly turned 4v0 as MSH take the last attacking round from Trinity.
5-1, 5-1.
Defend the objective.
2 more rounds to close things off here and unfortunately not let a map 3 come to play. I mean, if you're right now, if you're Trinity 9-1, you still have a chance whatsoever to do something. Maybe I'm on a lag, you don't have a chance here, guys. I don't think they're doing anything much. It's now looking like I think that again. Now they're all going to get number stops. 2v4 and Trinity 9-1-1 have something to go and say still. They shot Carlos Tommy sniper in hand. Down, vital kill. Act now, might get it all off the heady with the headshots. Clean work. XM4 does the work. That's now Squid is the last man standing with those nightmare words. That's the first 1v3. Now he makes it complicated for them. Hack sees him again. Hey, Marcus found that the kill doesn't come through, and Squid now in a very bad spot. How do you make it work? The bomb not picked up. It's got to get a plant. A lot of time on that clock still. The numbers are in favor of the boys of Trinity 9-1-1.
They definitely have numbers, but let's see if Squid has the experience to take them out. He manages to take out Kaimi. Numbers drop to a 1v2 here, and he still has the disadvantage because Trinity have the numbers at this point in time. Both Hack and Chinese guy. There's a lot of Chinese names in this game, guys. Just pick something we can pronounce. I beg. Squid still stuck in a 1v2.
I'm actually Chinese.
Yeah. Well, Cal can translate the name for us.
Yeah, the name is
Bob
Ching Chong.
hasn't
That's
been
it. Ching Chong. Oh.
That round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
Oh my goodness, Squid gets taken down, and it seems like Trinity has secured a second round here.
They have. I mean, they had to do that. It was a 1v3. If they choked that somehow, I would have just said, just maybe drop the phones and become casters like me and Kijo, maybe. But yeah, they didn't let that happen. So win Trinity 9-1-1 there. 5 and Hack again. Squid finds the first kill there. Hack! He's going to get a feed come through. He's going to find 3. Hack takes 3 players down and vital part of the game for them now. 2v4. 2 more players left, and Hack, you have made me proud. 2 more players. This is it now. If you're the voice and you don't have numbers locked in, and the start of a comeback might be happening now for Trinity 9-1-1. Hack sees 1 more player, might get 4. It's Marcus, not the kill. The man escapes barely. And Hack, who the hell are you? 7 kill mark.
Absolutely insane. The 3-piece there, and so early on in the round, MSH are definitely feeling the pressure here. and Stormy, the only two left alive against the four-man team here from Trinity. MSH are on the planting side now. They need to get the bomb, but it seems like Trinity are going to be camping a squid now again. Last man standing, 1v3. It's almost like a deja vu, but he gets taken out. Hack
It's not
had a
over yet.
four-piece
Ready up.
that is absolutely. He was hungry before he came into that round, and now he has to be full. A four-piece in one round against MSH. I think I spoke too soon calling them T3.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. 5-3 now. They claim two back-to-back rounds. And yeah, well, they are starting to make a life again. I know it's the voice of you to find a way to not let the momentum keep going. Let us find one kill, catch the falls. And 5v4 is where we currently are. Hatch now. Check your corners, boy. Check your freaking corners. As he's going to get shot down there. And 4v3 now. MS are going to have numbers locked in middle of the 4v2. And things are starting to fall apart. The voice yelling, you've got to make it work. One final turn. Tiny. 10 kill mark. See the boy jump. There's not confirmed the kill. There's 4 players there. And the answer is going to be a massive no. Doma now, the final man standing with the nightmare world. So the last man standing complete the mission here. Finds a kill. Mike, double ball. Mike freaking Tyson confirms the kill. And 60 match points. And each point 12 for them. As Marshall the game in a 1 round away from closing our stream for the evening.
Absolutely, we're at match point here, and we can see that Squid did not want that round to go on any longer than it needed to. Absolutely knocking that player out to the next round. MSH are still on the planting side here. Smokes are thrown. Nobody can see anything on B side. Squid taking on a Doma, not dropping very early on the round. Caps with a 3-piece with his Odin in hand. And now, oh, well, make that a 4-piece. Well, seems like MSH won the S&D as well and have secured a 2-0 win tonight.
7-3, hardpoint claimed, S&D claimed. And again, well, Trinity now on, they started to look very good towards the end of that S&D. You know, you thought maybe, surely there was a comeback in store, but it just wasn't meant to be, though. It's going to be Marshall's game anytime, any day. It's going to be all going to claim this quite practically. It is what it is. One of those things happen every now and then. Again, Marshall that gave it, you know. We don't even want to talk about the hard point. I'm very sure we all want to forget the hard points in a hurry. But SMD, both teams showed up, but Marshall is still the better one here.
Absolutely. They put out an incredible performance. Trinity went down a bit too easily. I'm a bit disappointed, but you know, it is double elimination. They do have a chance to make a comeback. So hopefully we see better gameplay from them and you know, they get back on the board.
Yeah, lower brackets is there for them. Hopefully, no, they have something, maybe a lower bracket run and come back to the upper bracket, hopefully. But again, look at the stats screen there. Squid on the 13 kill mark, 9 for Liquids, 9 for Collapse, 8 for Storm, and Knock on 3. Did struggle to find value there, but Hacks on 8, man. He was carrying his side. I saw a player had more kills than him on his side. If I'm not mistaken, that was Karen 10. But ultimately, though, Marshall the gaming. They wanted it more, and they got the win here. Easy peasy stuff. And that rounds up our evening here on the very first day of the qualifiers, guys. This was a very wonderful evening. A lot of problems, though. But, you know, wonderful evening, Kijo. How are we feeling to have, you know, the first competitive esports night in 2026?
Well, other than the problems that we had behind the scenes, it was so entertaining. You know, the 4 games that we witnessed tonight they were so action packed. You know, they had me at the edge of my seat, type of thing. The 2-0s, the 2-1 victory, the comebacks that we saw. I'm honestly proud of all these teams that you know not only registered but like they're participating in probably the biggest tournament of the year. You know, maybe, hopefully, but yeah, I'm just glad we got to be a part of it.
No doubt. Glad to have you here. Of course, wonderful scenes. Wonderful game, wonderful evening, guys. Thank you all for coming to watch the streams on YT and TikTok, wherever you guys want. Big shout out to our sponsors, AFGC, ODM, and of course, big shout out to all our watch party hosts, Die Hard, Mommy Reach, and Seb. We're going to see you guys again tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, for our next qualifiers games. And of course, we have 3 more days in the qualifier series before we go and start the actual official event of the African Pro Series. But again, it's been your boy Carl with a wonderful Kijo, and this is where we call it good night. We see you guys